we live? We're live. Let's see if my internet works today. You know, I noticed. Hold on a second. Oh, maybe it's my wire. Uh-oh. I noticed. What the fuck? Hello? Alright. Is it louder? I noticed my sound was kind of low last time I went live. What's up? Oh boy, my fucking computer is being a douche. Good morning, good morning. Could you guys hear me okay? Do I sound loud enough? If not, I'll try to adjust some things on here, but I'm not really sure what's going on with my microphone here. Might be the wire because it's like older than dirt, and the original wire broke to my microphone, so I had to use another one. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I am really low. Okay, hold on a second. Let me try something real quick. What's this? Let's see. Yeti microphone. That's the one I should be going through. Let's go to the settings. Hello. Oh yeah, how come it's not? It's fucking weird. I'm just trying to see if there's some type of setting I could fix here. Turn your volume up. Default Yeti microphone. I think I have it. Hold on a second. Tell me, is that better? No, that's not better. My volume's up all the way, so I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is the problem. I hear myself okay, but I'm not sure why. What's this? Maybe I'll just... Alright, there we go. Tell me if that's a little better. If I sound a little louder. I just turned the volume up on here, so hopefully that helps. If not, I don't know what else I could do. Not really sure what else I could do to fix that. Unless I just have this on the wrong setting. Better? Okay. I just turned the volume up, so I'll turn it up just a little bit more. Okay. I noticed that on my last live, that it was like a little low sounding. All right. Anyway, freezing cold out today. How's everybody doing? Sorry about that. Technical difficulties over here. I might have this on the wrong thing. It's the microphone's so confusing because it doesn't tell you what the like settings are. It just has like symbols. So it's like I don't know what the symbols mean. Let me hold on a second. What is this thing called? Blue Yeti, I think. Yeah, Blue Yeti settings. Let's see. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm doing great. Just fantastic. The cardioid pattern. Wow, how the fuck do you say this word? Cardioid. Cardioid? Let's see. What does this mean? Stereo. Okay. Voice, ensemble, instruments, vocals, podcast, voiceovers, cardioid. I don't know. I think that's what I have it set on. Directional, biodirectional. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it sounds better. So anyway, fucking what was I gonna say? All right, sorry, I got a little distracted. I'm just trying to make sure. Oh wait, maybe I don't have it on the right setting. Hold on a second. Let me just try to switch this to this. I don't know how this changed. Does that sound better? Hello. Doing good so far besides the fuck shit going on in this community. I'm not really sure what's going on because I don't listen to most of these fucking people. But yeah, I heard Laura went live last night and I just listened to some of it and I'm like, why the fuck are you going live to rip apart this guy whose kid is missing? I don't get it. Like, what isn't she one of those people that prides herself on not going after victims and shit like that? It's a bit louder. Is it too loud? Let me know if it's too loud. I just switched one of the settings. I don't know who has been touching this thing. Maybe my son. I don't know. All right. But I wanted to address her, I guess, live from the other day. This is on November 15th. Of course, she's running her fucking mouth again about the CPS call. And like every time she runs her mouth, I'll fucking address her because I'm sick of her fucking minimizing it. She want to be all dramatic to bring in the views. Yeah, on her dying true. Dude, she hasn't done fucking true crime in, I don't even know how fucking long it's been. Hold on a second. Let me share this. All right. Fucking asshole. I swear to God. I heard she was talking. Oh, we had, I don't even know if I want to talk about this yet. Just, I'm asking you guys for prayers for one of my mods had something happened this morning, and I'm just asking for prayers for that person. I'm not going to discuss exactly what happened, but it was a sad morning. So, I'm just asking you guys send prayers. That's all. We'll get into it later. I don't want to put anybody's personal stuff. So I'm a little out of sorts this morning because of that. I just feel so terrible about the whole situation. All right. Anyway, it just really makes whatever. I can't even talk about it. I'm gonna get upset. It just makes you realize how fragile life is sometimes. Anyway, all right. All right, so she's talking shit. I guess she was playing, I don't even know who she's playing. Somebody told me the other day, and I go listen to it, and I'm just like, dude, I never wanted to fucking throat punch somebody so bad in my entire fucking life. So let's press play
She
here.
told him that makeup husband was watching.
I just fast forwarded through this because I don't know. This is the part where she talks about it. We don't need to listen to the whole rest of the fucking thing. It's a waste of time.
Hold up.
Some fat
Now, look, it wasn't too awful long ago when she was.
lose her son off. She
I think this is it. I think this is the right video.
CPS. She told him that makeup husband was watching.
Hold up.
Some fat.
Now,
Who are these people? Anybody know who these people are? This guy, is that a long beard, dude? That is fucking gross, dude. I'm sorry. Those long beards like that, beards. Is that her husband? I don't know these people. I know that's the girl Cluminati because it says her name back there, but wow. That's some fucking ZZ Top level fucking beard there. that's Cletus. 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 What a fucking dude, that is, I'm sorry, that's gross. That's a long fucking beard. Ugh. I don't know. I'm not into like the long beards, so. Okay.
look, it wasn't too awful long ago when she was taken up for you that you were saying, how long are people going to hold that against her?
Yep.
And here you are.
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh, I agree with
Lose her son off.
Cletus and Clue, I want to thank you for that because that's where I'm going with this.
That's where I'm going with this. I apologize for her fucking horrible cottonmouth
First of all,
in advance.
Brittany, shut the fuck up.
Laura, why don't you shut the fuck up? Honestly. Shut the fuck up about this shit.
You don't know MM. You don't know the scenario with MM.
I love this. I love this. You don't know MM. You don't know the scenario with MM. There's no scenario, Laura. You called CPS on me because you were fucking butthurt. There's no scenario to know. I love that she like acts like, oh, there's like more to this story or something that, you know, people don't know. So, you know, they can't have an opinion on it because whatever the more to the story is, she acts like it's going to somehow justify her actions or something. I don't know. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Unbelievable.
You know nothing fucking about or the situation. You know what I
She doesn't need to know anything about it, Laura.
got into, bitch? I didn't take her to fucking court. I
Okay.
did not file
I would have rather you taken me to court, Laura, honestly.
a bunch of false fucking filings because I robbed my community for $8,000 fucking dollars.
No, you just rob them constantly with your fucking janky ass candles.
And took it out on Clue.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. Let me go back. What was that?
I did not file a bunch of false fucking filings because I robbed my community for $8,000 fucking dollars and took it out
Did she just burp? What the fuck was that? What was that?
my community for $8,000 fucking dollars and took it out
Ew! Did she just fucking burp or was she clearing her throat? She makes some fucking weird noises, dude.
on Clue and Cletus and sent them fucking court. I didn't do that.
No, Lori, you just went after my husband and my kid who weren't on this fucking platform, who don't fucking bother anybody, right? Because you were mad at me. So you took it out on my family. Really? Like, you think bringing somebody to court is worse? I don't know. Okay. Okay.
That's what you did, bitch.
That's what you did, bitch.
I didn't send fake C&Ds because, again, I needed something.
Didn't Laura write a fake cease and desist to fucking Bally, babe? Does anybody else remember that? She got so mad at me because I was like, dude, you stole that off the internet. You stole that template for that C&D off the fucking internet, dude. She acted like she had a lawyer write it up, where she just wrote it up herself. I
To
can't
fucking
with this motherfucker. I really fucking can't. I just want to fucking throat punch her right in her fucking wrinkly ballsack neck.
Show that I spent $8,000 on my idiot boyfriend.
Oh, my idiot. Lord, you don't have a boyfriend to spend $8,000 on. Let's be real.
At I spent $8,000 on my idiot boyfriend. You know, I didn't do any of that, bitch. 4.5
Yeah, her fake FBI letter, too.
years ago, I made a mistake. 4.5 motherfucking years ago.
4 years ago. 4.5 fucking years ago. I made a mistake.
Get the fuck over it, Brittany. Makeup Mobster is not you.
Why does she always have to tell people that? Oh, really? Makeup Mobster's not Brittany? Holy shit. Thanks for telling us, Laura. We didn't know that. Good thing you're here to let us know that people aren't each other.
I knew damn well she wasn't losing.
No one wants to live in lay in bed with her. Now listen to what she says here. Hold on. I'm gonna back this up for a second.
Makeup Mobster is not you.
Okay.
I knew damn well she wasn't losing her kids. She
Could you fucking believe this, bitch? I knew damn well she wasn't losing her kid. How do you fucking know that, Laura? How the fuck do you how could you for certain say that? You don't know what these people are gonna do when they come to your house. Or how seriously they're gonna take shit.
doesn't live like you. She's not fucking trash like you. She's not a dirtbag like you.
Oh, now I'm not all these things. Okay.
She doesn't have roaches running around her fucking house.
I hope the fuck not.
She doesn't have roaches fucking her kid coming in saying, "Mom, we have roaches." She if you take a picture of her shit's clean. No, Brittany.
If you take a picture of her shit's clean. What the fuck are you talking about, Laura?
Not everyone is scared of fucking CPS. We all knew damn.
Oh, so I shouldn't have been scared of CPS. Not everybody's scared of CPS. So now she's gonna, again, this is a person who used to fucking go on panel after panel crying about 5 CPS calls. 5 CPS calls. Now that she's busted as a CPS caller, CPS is no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. You shouldn't be scared. I fucking can't stand this bitch. I swear to God.
Well, she wasn't losing her fucking kids.
My kids,
and
my kids, she knew damn well I wasn't losing my kids. I only have one kid, Laura. One.
clean.
Hold on.
No, Brittany, not everyone is scared of fucking CPS. We all knew damn well she wasn't losing her fucking kids. And I know people say, well, how do you know? Because I know. I was very good friends with her. I made a mistake because I was fucking pissed off. I'm not even going through the whole story again, but I'll go through it a little.
I cannot believe this bitch, dude. She just has such fucking balls on her. Seriously.
Every day for years, this bitch doesn't shut the fuck up. She's
Every day for years. Okay, let's correct Laura right there. Hey, Andy Cruz. It was more like, Laura, it was more like a couple of months, okay? Couple of months that I wasn't friends with you, that you did this.
still don't shut the fuck up.
You're right. You're right. I'm not going to shut the fuck up. So, especially when you won't shut the fuck up about this shit. Just shut up and deal with the fucking consequences of what you did, Laura. You knew what the consequences were going to be. So for you to go on these fucking rants like this, like trying to minimize what you did because it was 4 years ago and I knew her kids weren't going to get taken away and blah, blah, blah. Dude, fuck you, man. Fuck you all the way.
I don't know. I
And I was never live every day, Laura. So
really don't know. I don't watch her in years.
you don't watch me. You just go to somebody's channel who clips every fucking time I go live, right?
But I finally had enough. I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I was like, I can't fucking take this bitch anymore. Her husband said that if anything happened again, she was getting offline. So I thought a perfect way to get her the fuck offline. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Dude, I never wanted to throw a punch a bitch so fucking bad in my entire fucking life, dude. Oh, man. It's really unbelievable. Really unbelievable. Why the fuck is she... Where is she sitting in this stupid fucking thing? Look at her fucking screen right now. I mean, can you guys just, like... What? There's so much going on. There's a lot going on this girl's screen. But, there's a fucking random Christmas tree. We got this little guy here. It's so overwhelming. She's in like a fucking, I don't know, mall. I don't know where the fuck she is. This stupid blue-haired fucking thing. What is this? Why do we have these people's names in here? And then this giant thing for her grift. It's like, wow.
But I knew damn fucking well she wasn't losing her kids.
I can't believe
her kids weren't traumatized. Not kids.
How does Laura know this, though? Like, honestly, how does she know what's going on in my house with my family? Oh, my God, dude.
Her kid wasn't fucking traumatized. Like,
how do you know,
Brittany,
Laura?
shut the fuck up.
Oh, but Laura's kids were traumatized. Her grown-ass fucking kids were traumatized, right? Yeah, okay.
You are 10 times worse of a mother than she could ever be. That's a fact. And she is not exactly a great mom.
I can't fucking believe this bitch. I'm not exactly a great mom. Tell me exactly, Laura, what makes me not a great mom. Oh my God. I can't.
But she wouldn't lose her fucking kids. So I can...
Why does she keep saying kids? I only have one kid. She knows all these things, right? But she doesn't know how many kids I have. Okay.
Not even believe that you are trying to put this out there like, oh my God.
She hates that it's being said in that girl's chat because there's so many people in there. And Laura wants these people to be her people so they could donate to her. And she's like, oh my God, more and more people are finding out what a piece of shit I am. She hates it. Good. I'm glad. I hope more people talk about it.
She could have lost her kids, Laura. You're so horrible. No, bitch. Again, I knew damn well she wasn't losing her kids. Because, one more thing, Brittany. She's not with a loser man who gets drunk every night and fucking...
I love how this is like, she's like almost like trying to like stand up for me in a sense, which is like so weird. But then also talking shit. It's just like, Laura, just shut the fuck up about this shit already. Seriously, shut the fuck up.
Waves his gun around like it's his dick. Hang on one second. It's Dave.
Waves is gonna. No, listen to this. This is so funny. So she's talking about me being a bad mom, right? Oh, I'm not that great of a mom. Laura, you don't even can't even hold a fucking candle to me, okay? Just saying. But that's besides the point. In any fucking facet in life, dude. Not just being a mom, but just in any facet in life, okay? But that's besides the point. Listen to what she says here. It's really funny. Hey, Blink Slate.
What? I'm live.
This is her kid on the phone, by the way.
What? Oh my God. Why didn't you just tell me? Can you hold 20? This kid gets more fucking money from me. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, that's part of having kids, Laura. Part of having kids. They ask for money. That's what they do. Didn't you ask your parents for money when you were a fucking kid? She's like, I have to pay for my kid.
No more. I can't wait for him to get out of the house.
So after just saying, oh, I'm a bad mom, I can't wait for him to get out of the house. What the fuck, dude? What in the actual fuck? I cannot believe this bitch. She has some fucking balls.
I really can't.
Wow.
No, then it'll be at college telling me, I need money. I need money.
Yeah, Laura, that's what kids do. So, maybe you shouldn't have fucking opened your legs.
No, it was years ago. It was 2020. It was the summer of 2021. 2021. We are
2021. 2021.
almost in 2026. And Cletus is right. She had no fucking problem with it when I was sticking up for her. It was, oh, people need to get over it, blah, blah, blah. But now all of a sudden, no.
Bro, what's the chances that this fucking movie is here? What the fuck? Look at this. Look at the movie. Is this about Laura? Stalking Laura, 1993. What the fuck? That is fucking so weird. Because, we're all stalkers. And there's a movie called Stalking Laura. Oh, that's funny.
Nobody needs to get over it. And she called CPS and she called this. Well, Brittany, I guess when you are a mother like you, then you do have to worry about, CPS taking your kids.
Dude, nobody wants I don't get this. Laura acts like, I guess because in her life it's a normal thing to have these people, in her fucking space. But for the rest of us, normal people in the world, nobody wants to have CPS at their house, Laura. Like, nobody. It's not even like about it's embarrassing. It's fucking humiliating. It's annoying. Okay? Nobody wants to deal with this. You make it like it's like, oh, like people should want this or something. Oh, it's no big deal. Nobody wants to deal with the fucking government agency coming in your fucking house, invading your fucking privacy, asking you fucking weird questions. Nobody wants to fucking deal with that. But she acts like it's no big deal. When it happened to her, it was the biggest deal in the fucking world. Right? But now that she's the fucking perpetrator of it, it's no big fucking deal. It's no big deal. Oh my God, dude.
I get that that's just who you are. And, you CPS take pictures of your house. I can assure you CPS took no pictures of MM's house.
Again, how could you assure her of anything, Laura? How could you assure her of anything that happened when they came to my house? I didn't talk to you after this happened. I didn't tell you the story about what fucking went on. I didn't even talk about it on here. I was gone for fucking how many months? I just fucking did not go live for, 4 months after that? But you could assure all these things? Shut your fucking mouth, dude.
CPS didn't go do a walkthrough or anything else that they do at yours?
Wrong. Actually, they did do a walkthrough through my house. That's exactly what they do. And that is that is standard. That's what they do in every call when they come, because their job is to make sure that your child is being properly taken care of. So they looked in my refrigerator, they looked in my cabinets, okay, in my kitchen, and then they came through. They didn't give a shit about my room or any other room. They just wanted to go up in my son's room, make sure he had a room, a bed, and, whatever else. I really think it was mainly just to see if the kid had a bed. They don't care about like toys and stuff. But yeah, they walk through my house, Laura. So that's what they do. That's what they do in any call. It doesn't matter what the report is. That's like standard in any call, which I find funny because I had 5 CPS calls here. You think she would fucking know that, dude. Because that's 100% standard practice that they do in any house, any call. For the first time when they come over, they come and check out your house. So I don't know why she's acting like this isn't like a normal thing that they do, because they do it in every single fucking call. So, hey, hey, Narnie, how are you? Yes, Laura's being an idiot again. Good to see you as well. She called in 2021, but you didn't find out it was her until 2024. She wouldn't have admitted she did it if you weren't given the proof. Yeah, no, she would have never admitted to it. I would be mortified. Dude, it was. My son's room wasn't like exactly clean. Like when I have people at my house, I want to make sure my house is like pristinely clean. I need time before people come to my house. But yeah, they had to go up in my son's room and it was a little messy and I was a little embarrassed, but they didn't care. They're like, we've seen way worse. Trust us. But yeah, it's just like, dude, the whole fucking experience of that is so embarrassing and humiliating, dude. It's like people coming into your home, strangers coming into your home, fucking asking you personal questions about your fucking family. It's fucking humiliating, especially when you didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to cause them to come to my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was, abusing my kid or neglecting my kid, then I would fully expect it. But like, being that that's not the case and these people are coming into your home, it's like very invasive and embarrassing, dude, because this isn't something that I'm familiar with in my life. I never fucking dealt with anything like this before in my life. Never had any kind of anything like this just in my life ever. No, they never came to my house when I was a kid. Nobody in my family. I don't like, this isn't common thing for me. So, yeah, it's pretty fucking embarrassing. Who's Tori?
Because she keeps a clean house. And like I said,
I love how she's like standing up for me. Like, dude, this is just so fucking weird. So fucking weird. And I just love how she's like, oh, I could call. I knew that her kids weren't going to get taken away. I knew that. I already knew that. Lord, you don't know anything, dude. I would never even take that risk, okay, to do that to somebody. Because I don't think I would ever be able to fucking sleep knowing that I fucked with a kid, with an innocent kid. There's something seriously fucking wrong with her. Seriously fucking wrong with her.
No roaches running around. There's no bugs. Her kid is not traumatized.
We have some crickets here, Laura. We have some camel crickets, whatever the fuck they're called.
Like, just shut the fuck up.
Say her child on traumatized. Shut the fuck up. Like, Laura talked to my kid, Like, she knows what my kid was fucking thinking when he was 8 years old. Right, Laura? Fucking dude. Oh, my God. She is a sociopath. She's just trying to downplay everything. Laura wouldn't have gone to the store, purchased a burner phone, registered it to a false name, called CPS, made false and vile accusations, and lied about calling if she thought it was no big deal. Yeah, seriously.
Brittany, you are so disgusting and such an asshole, and the sad part is you don't even see it. That's the sad part.
Laura, we feel the same way about you, boo. We feel the same fucking way about you.
You truly do not even see it. And I got a news flash for you, Brittany. And this fucking pisses me off.
Aww.
All these people that are sticking up for you, they're not sticking up for you, Brittany. Jones in, none.
I turned her off after that little speech, so I don't know what else is said here, but I mean, dude. Yeah, you don't involve innocent children in YouTube bullshit. Dude, like, I would never, I just can never imagine calling up on a stranger, okay? Even Laura, even somebody that I was friends with, especially somebody I was friends with, okay? Knowing damn well that their kid is fine and making a fucking lie up. I'm just not a good liar. I'm not. You know, even like, you know, people used to, like, I used to have friends that would make up like, I mean, the most elaborate excuses, like if they were late for class or late for work or something. And like, I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, I'm just not good at lying to people. So I would be like, I was late because I, you know, overslept. Like, I would just be like, sorry. Like, that's exactly what happened. I'm not going to make up a story. I'm not going to be like, oh, my, you know, I had a flat tire or something. Because, like, I just couldn't do it. I don't know how you could call up a fucking just call up and make a fake report to somebody. Like, I just don't know how you fucking could do that with a clear conscience and then lie about it for 3 fucking years afterwards, dude. Like, I don't know. I care about Laura's kids. You know what I'm saying? Even though I fucking can't stand her, like, I would never want to see anything bad happen to any of her kids. And the fact that she like wanted to see something bad happen to my kid, it just shows me that she really is a fucking sociopath, dude. You know, there's something wrong with her, man. You know, especially after having it done for her for 5 times. In my head, I kept like, I knew it was her who did it, but after it happened, because she gave herself away, she, you know, made several statements on her live streams that were odd, to say the least. But I kept like going back in my head and like thinking, I don't know, was it her? Because I'm like, she had it done to her so many times that like, would she do this to somebody else? Like, she made such a big fucking deal about it when it was done to her that I couldn't, like, there was that one little part of me that was like, I just like, I can't see her doing it, because then again, you know, that's how normal people think, right? You would be like, I wouldn't want, when you experience something horrible, you don't want other people to experience it. You know, I don't want anybody to ever go through that, especially if they didn't do anything wrong, you know? But she just doesn't have that, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her, dude. She's missing something. She really is. She's missing a chip, dude. She's missing a chip. Like, it's disgusting. Honestly, I knew she did fuck shit, but I never would have thought she'd do something like this. I was gobsmacked. I knew she would. You know, especially after being friends with her, because, you know, she would say a lot of stupid shit. And I don't know, Laura has certain people that she tells certain things to, and I started to realize that as time went on. You know, like, there's certain people that she keeps close to her inner circle, like her friend Nadia, okay, who will go along with pretty much all of her fuck shit. You know, so I think, like, she might know everything because she's just as fucking evil as Laura is. She's just as fucking vile and evil as Laura is, in my opinion. So, I mean, at least from the little bit that I, you know, knew of her. So, like, I feel like, I don't know if Laura, like, to me, she never talked about doing these types of things to anybody else. You know, so that was also something playing in my mind, because I'm like, you know, I was friends with her during the time where, like, there was a lot of people coming for her. You know, you had fucking the whole like drama community basically coming for her, doing lives about her constantly, making videos about her. You know, Diane, Wendy, and all of them, they were constantly live about her. I mean, it was like nonstop, you know, during that time. And she never fucking like ever even suggested doing anything like that to any of those people, to me. You know, she never brought up anything like that. So that also factored into my, you know, thinking, because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like she would, you know, maybe not do that, but I knew it was her, dude. I just knew, because she gave herself away, you know, so why I never said anything on here, because I was like, eventually the person who did it, they'll give themselves away, because these people love to do this shit. These fucking weird people that like to do this evil type of shit, they love to give themselves away. They love to fucking give themselves away. Okay, so they'll come in, they'll leave a little fucking emoji under a troll account thinking you don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, yeah, I'm not stupid. But Laura, like, you know how she needs credit for everything? Like, she's like, oh, I said that years ago, and now people are saying it. Nobody gives me credit. Nobody, I just turned into Trump, I feel like. What the fuck was that? Nobody gives me credit. I'm the greatest president of all time. Um, what do you call it? You know, like she always wants the credit. So I feel like there was like a little devious part of her that kind of wanted to like drop little nuggets, you know, like that she did it. And she did. And nobody else would have known what she was talking about except for me because I'm the one who had the call. But there was things that she said on her live streams that I was like, dude, only the person who called would know this. So, you know, she kept saying it over. She must have said it like 3 or 4 times. I clipped her saying it because I was listening to her very closely after this happened because I'm like, there's only a few people it could be. I was fighting with her and Tiffany, okay, at the time. And then I guess you could say Molly Golightly, but I think by that point in time I really wasn't like talking about her all that much. Um and she's already been outed, so I really didn't think it was her. So I was like, you know, and Corey obviously was fucking in the mix there. But I was like, it can only really be one of the 3 of them, you know, that would do this. That would be that angry with me that I feel that would do this. And, you know, I thought it may be Tiffany. I figured whoever did it, they were all in it together, you know? And I apologize that I ever thought that about, you know, Tiffany. Like, I do feel bad that I publicly even, insinuated that she did it, honestly. I do. But, you know, Laura was definitely on the list because she did make some weird statements. So it was either Laura did it or she knew who did it in my head, you know? It was one of the 2. She's such a piece of shit, dude. She really is. And then she just sits. It's just crazy how she sits here now, all these years later, acting like it's no big fucking deal. You know, after it happened to her and it was the biggest deal in the world and, you know, it was so horrible. Her kids are traumatized. They can't open doors anymore, right? But, you know, so what if I would love to know how she would feel if the person who did that to her went live and was like, oh, I knew nothing would happen to her son and daughter about that second call. That was disgusting. You know, that was sick. Almost as sick as the shit that Laura says herself. I don't know many other people that would make rape, you know, false rape allegations up besides Laura, to be quite honest with you. I don't know anybody else whose mind is that fucking devious who would say things like that. But how the fuck would she feel if somebody said that to her? That's a problem with her, is that she doesn't have empathy. She doesn't know how to put herself in other people's shoes. Because how would you feel, Laura, if the person that did that to you went live and was like, oh, I knew nothing would happen to her kids. I knew they wouldn't be traumatized. They're fine. They're fine. Which they are, Laura. Let's just be honest. Your kids aren't traumatized. I think the most traumatic part about it for them was probably the fact that their mom exploited the situation, to be quite honest. That's so odd, being that she's in the genre that she's chosen to be in true crime. She's studied these crimes so intently that she became an actual deviant. She seems detached. She is detached. She's detached from life, dude. Not only did she target you and your son, but she was trying to cause problems for your husband too. She's an evil piece of shit. Yeah, dude, like, does she understand what that could have done to my husband's, like, life, what she said about him? And she sits there and acts like it's no big fucking deal. You know what? Not for nothing. If you knew nothing was going to happen, Laura, why didn't you just, like, make up? There's so many other lies you could have made up. You could have just been like, oh, she doesn't feed her kid, or, what else? You know, her husband, I don't know. I don't know what you could have made up, but your allegation was that I drink and drive. So you were basically saying that I was endangering my child, okay? Which I could have been brought up potentially on child endangerment charges, okay? Saying that I drink and drive with my kid in the car? Like, what? And I knew where she got that from, because she got it from that live stream. This is how fucking devious she is. Because the day before she called, well, I don't know exactly when she made the call, in all fairness, because, again, I don't fucking deal with CPS. I don't deal with these types of things. But if she called the day of, I'm going to assume she called the day of and they came that day. I don't know if that's how it works. You know, I don't know if it's like 911. You call 911, they come, you know, at least within an hour, hopefully, right? I don't know if it's like that or if they wait a day. I don't know exactly how that all works, but let's just assume she called that morning. The day prior to that, I had a live stream, and in that live stream, we just happened to like get into like, thank you, Fun Response, for joining memberships. I appreciate that. We just happened to get into a conversation that day about drinking, and alcohol. And we were just talking about like, and everybody I think here knows that I'm not like really a big drinker, dude. I don't drink at home. I'm not like somebody who's sitting home on a Friday night and knocking back glasses of wine. Like I don't drink, not that I don't drink ever. I don't drink at home ever. I only drink socially, when I go out with friends, and I don't have to drive or whatever. So, but anyway, we just happened to get into a conversation that day about alcohol, and I was talking about, times I got wasted when I was younger and everything. And it's just so strange that was part of the report, like she took that and used it, and like almost like that would be evidence. And I wonder to myself, did she tell them to go to my live stream and listen to it? Because I was like, why of all things would you make up that I was drinking with my kid, like in the car or something like that? Like, it just didn't. I'm like, that's so weird. That's such a weird fucking thing to say about me, because she knows that I'm not a drinker. So I feel like she heard that live stream and then like tried to use it as evidence to fucking, for her call, for her lie that she made up. And then this shit she said about my husband, dude, is just fucking gross, dude. She's a fucking total fucking piece of shit for that. It's disgusting what she said. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Sick to even think that way. And that pisses me off more than anything. I don't even care about the drinking, driving with me, like whatever. That doesn't even bother me. What she said about my fucking husband, she could fuck all the way off for the rest of her fucking life. She seriously sits here and wonders why I would fucking talk shit about her. Dude, she just acknowledges my husband's a great guy. He's a great guy, Laura, that did nothing to you. Nothing to you. But you're such a fucking weak ass bitch who can't deal with anybody talking about you. That's what you do.
Yeah, Deets, this isn't about you. I know you think that you can rob your community of like $8,000 or $10,000 and
It makes you wonder if she was projecting. Yeah, right? 100% I 100% believe if they had taken your boy, she would have fired up alive and celebrated it, because she is that bitch. You know what it comes down to? Laura's jealous of anybody, not just me. She's jealous of anybody who has a husband, okay? Who has a good husband, a good man that takes care of them. Okay, and I fucking lucked out in this world. Like, I don't deserve what I have, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? My husband's fucking amazing. He is. And I'm like, I'm blessed to have him. I know that, I'm truly fucking blessed to have him in my life. And it's like, God, of all the shitty things that have happened to me in my life, that was the one thing that I don't know how I got him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is, I don't know. I just lucked out in that situation. It's the only thing in my life that I did right, was choosing him as a life partner and, to marry and to be with, because he really is fucking just amazing. He really is. I think she's jealous of that. You know what I'm saying? I think she's jealous of fucking somebody who's in a happy marriage, okay, who has a husband who takes care of him. I don't have to work. I'm not a struggling single mom. Sorry, Laura. Those are the fucking cards I dealt. I made better choices in my life than you did. Okay? That doesn't mean my life's so easy or anything. But you know what? You made the choices. You're in the boat that you're in because of the choices you made in your fucking life. So, sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. I like Laura reviewing Clue. She's going to be sorry. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's like a jealousy there, because she always talks down on people, like, that they're married. It's because, Laura, you could never have that. You could never connect with another human being on that level and stay in a fucking relationship with somebody for more than a few years, dude. I don't think she's had any relationships in her life that have lasted more than a few years. I hope she does, Lisa. I hope she does. So, yeah, that she is envious of my relationship with my husband because she'll never have that, dude. She'll never have that because she's incapable of truly loving somebody else, I think. I really am. I think she can only love herself, Laura. I don't think she could love another person that deeply. You know what I'm saying? And connect with somebody. She has these, you could see the way she just puts these labels on things, and she has these expectations of people, you know, even when it comes to like being a good mom, you know, like Laura thinks certain things make her a good mom. You know, it's like, oh, I have to do this because it makes me a good mom. And it's like so fucking weird, dude. It's like, no, Laura, that's just called being a fucking parent, dude. That's what being a parent is. Okay? Being there for your kids. That's what being a parent is. Fucking idiot. She's horrible. She's a fucking horrible human being, dude. Which is why she's fucking 50-something years old and fucking alone. And I'm not saying, look, I don't want anybody to take offense to this if you're, a single person or parent or whatever. Because there's nothing wrong with that. And I always say, if anything ever, God forbid, happened to my husband, I would probably never be in a relationship again. Because how do you move on after, you're with somebody for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, of your life? Like, there's nobody else I'd want to be with. There's nobody else I would want to be with. Like, that's my husband. That's it. It's over. Like, but so I'm not saying that to down anybody. Like, there's nothing wrong with being single and being on your own. I'm saying for her though, okay, it's pretty clear why she's on her own. And she's, in the situation that she's in. She made her bed, okay? For herself. Yeah, she wants her children out of the house. I don't want my son to ever move out. I've never seen a mom want her kids to leave so bad. I don't want my son to ever leave. I don't want him to get older. I want him to stay young forever. Because the thought of him leaving my house and moving out makes me want to cry. Like, I can't even, I don't even want to think about that. It's coming sooner than later because he's a teenager, And I'm like, oh my God, it's going too fast. It's just all going too fast. Like, if he wants to live here until he's in his 30s, I don't fucking care. 40s, all right, we're pushing it. But, this younger generation, I have a feeling a lot of them are going to be living home a lot longer even than we did when we were younger, because it is fucking hard out there. You can't even buy a house. And now you got our fucking stupid president talking about 50-year mortgages. Why? You might as well just rent for the rest of your life, because who the fuck? So it's going to take you 50 years to own a home. 30 years is crazy enough, which is most typical mortgages, right? You finally own your home when you're old. But 50? 50? And they're saying the average age of home buyers right now is around 40 something, right? So you'll be dead by the time you pay your house. Well, you'll either be dead or you'll be in a nursing home, or you'll be leaving your children with a shitload of debt, to pay off your mortgage, and they won't have anything to pay. You know what I'm saying? Your house is your biggest asset in most cases. So, the point is to leave it to your kids so your kids have something one day, right? That's how it should be. But, it's just crazy. Anyway, this is not how much house. Yeah, it's crazy. Kids are not going to be able to they're not even going to be able to, survive. I mean, if my son ended up living with me that long, I would build him an apartment downstairs. I wouldn't have him living in my house. But I'm just saying, it is going to be really hard for Gen Z to come up and, try to own a home, because the housing prices are so out of control and the wages are not matching, but 50-year mortgages is just a horrible idea, because you're going to be paying way more in interest. I mean, it's just a horrible idea, but whatever. I don't even know why. There's probably nothing more to play in this stream. I just wanted to play that little part where she's, once again, just minimizing what she did, acting like it's no big deal, acting like, Oh, you don't even know me and Makeup Mobster. Nobody needs to know us, Laura. Here's the story. Makeup Mobster talks shit about Laura, right? I hate talking in third person, but here's the story. In case anybody was wondering. I talked shit about Laura. Yes, I did. I fucking laughed at her fucking shitty candles. I laughed at spray painted furniture and shit. Yes, I talked shit about her. I petty? Yeah, I was. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because Laura did a lot of fucking shitty things to a lot of people, including myself. Okay? And said a lot of horrible things about a lot of fucking people that I care about. And so, she got her fucking ass handed to her. I mean, from calling Hummingbird a scammer, which she did to, what was that girl? UC Boss, right? Said things horrible about my friend Purple Rain, B-Fergs. So yeah, Laura, I fucking clowned your ass. I did. Was I an asshole? Yeah, I was. But calling CPS in retaliation for somebody talking about you, and mind you, it wasn't every day, okay? Wasn't even close to every day. And again, if you go back on my channel, anybody could go back and anybody could go through my old live streams and see that, yeah, we talked about Laura, but you guys know how my lives go. It's always like, I'm all over the place. We're talking about shoes 1 second, or fucking, Christmas decorations, makeup, like whatever. We just bullshit. She wasn't the fucking subject of each and every fucking live the whole time I was live, every time I was live, for years, every day. I was never live every day. Never. In the history of my channel was I live every day. Who the fuck wants to listen to my ass every day? Like, I know that nobody wants to listen to me every day. Nobody wants to listen to me talk every day. That's crazy. Nobody wants to listen to anybody talk every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, my husband and my kid, they have no choice. But, like, nobody on here wants to hear me every day. So why would I go live every day? And I don't have time. I have a life, too, outside of this. I have other things that I like to do. But, she lies about that. Yes, I see you. Hermine Blanche, I see you. She lies about that. She lies about everything. She lies about fucking everything, dude. Everything. She tries to make it sound like it's justified, which is crazy to me, because even if I did talk shit about her, let's just say I did talk shit about her every day for years, okay? Every single day, Monday through fucking Sunday, whatever, right? Let's just say I did. I still don't think that calling CPS and lying about me and my husband is a justification, Laura. I still don't think that's the case, but that's not even the truth. You don't even fucking tell the truth, because you have to make it seem worse than it was to make it like you're justified or somehow vindicated in doing that. There's no fucking vindication for you, dude. No vindication. And then she wonders why people still bring it up and throw it in her face, because you have no fucking remorse, dude. You have no remorse. If I was take myself out of this situation and watch the situation from like another perspective, I would be like, wow, this motherfucker has no fucking remorse about what she did. Zero remorse about it. She doesn't care. She's not sorry. I can attest that you've never gone live every day. Thank you. Yeah, I've never been live every day. Was there times I might have gone live 2 days in a row, or maybe 3 times a week tops? Sure. But never every day. I haven't gone live on a Saturday or Sunday. I mean, sporadically through the years I might have, but you guys know, like, when my family's home, I'm not live. This is like my hobby for when I'm home by myself, dude. I don't drag my family into this. I don't need the whole internet hearing my family, hearing my house. Like, no. Like Laura does. She has her kids come in telling her personal shit on live stream. She doesn't mute her fucking microphone. Like, that is not happening at my house, okay? My family doesn't want to be online, so I respect their privacy and don't put them online. So, there are some vile, disgusting people around here, and she is one of them, unfortunately. Yeah, she is. She's probably one of the fucking worst. Oh, and so, by the way, I'm not going to watch any more of this, because there's really nothing more to fucking watch. But she did do a live stream last night, and she didn't get such great feedback. And this is weird, too. Look at this. What if I get dementia? I think you're already there, Laura. I think you're already there. Oh, what the fuck is this? Quick channel stats. Views gained in 7 days. Estimated monthly earnings, $59 to $176. That's pretty weak, Laura, for somebody who's such a big creator, right? With 22,000 subscribers. What if I get to mention, and because I listen to so many crime podcasts, I start confessing to crimes I never committed? Like, why is that your thumbnail, dude? Well, anyway, this was a live stream that she did last night. Again, disgusting. And she'll be like, I don't understand why people are saying this. Fucking gross. You're a gross human, dude. Oh, and she made a new song that sucks. Okay, we're not gonna listen to that because it's fucking horrible. But she didn't get such a great response. She probably deleted the fucking things by now. Seth Rogers is drunk as fuck, rambling and making an ass of himself. I will explain in detail. So, because Jay was racist, now are we gonna forget that Britney just scammed an entire community? Wait, Jay was racist? What did she say? I missed that. I don't know. Anybody that thought that that woman was like good people? Sucks to be you. All right. We're going to forget that Britney scammed the entire community, or the fact that Britney is involved in a RICO and is still lying. So now we just push that aside. Grfa. I don't know if she meant to write get the fuck out of here, but she didn't. Hence why I will never be on the other side. Y'all are a bunch of freaking sheep. Bah. She's so immature. So anyway, oh, look, she deleted the comments. I knew it. She deleted all the negative comments, but that's all right, because I think I screenshot them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was some negative comments under here, but she deleted them. Jay's for justice, Lisa. Jay is for justice. Would she? Oh, my friend called me. How come I didn't hear my phone ring? That's so weird. Hold on a second. Let me see if I screenshot it. I don't know if I did, but... Oh, okay, I did. Tinker was in there. She said, and you shouldn't be talking about a father of a missing child. You have no idea what happens behind closed doors from either side. No one should be calling anyone out at this point until the proof comes out. You only see 20% of what is happening behind the scenes. No one knows at this point. So then somebody else writes, yes, pretty infuriating to do a live acting like she knows what the hell she's talking about when she can't even get names right half of the time. A lot of misinformation is all I heard in this live. And somebody else writes, this live was gross. You are so angry. You stated so many false statements without knowing the truth. I don't know what's happening over here, but I would never talk about a parent of a missing child like this, no matter how they acted. What is going on over here lately? Now, apparently this person doesn't know. Oh, Chroma Reels? All right, we'll check that out in a minute. No matter how they acted. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that already. And then somebody else writes back, I have to agree here, although I do not know everything about this case and I'm not on any side. I did see CP dress up as Seth. It was pretty freaking funny. So for this chick to say she doesn't see anybody talking shit but Seth is so ridiculous. Laura, you made yourself look like a complete idiot in this live. Do some research before you try to chastise someone. So she made herself look like a fucking idiot as per usual. And of course she deleted those comments because, oh my God, she could never have. What is this? Chroma Reels? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah. Yeah. She was talking about it's a victim. Oh. Ooh. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look. Chroma Reels. Oh boy. Look, dude. I'm just back in the day I thought of doing true crime stuff, but then I kind of thought to myself, like, what do I have to bring to the table, right? As a person, this is, I mean, I'm going back way back into like 2013 or 14. What do I really, I made a couple of videos like here and there about cases, just like opinions, but like to have an entire channel, I feel like for me, what do I have to bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any expertise in the topic, so I don't really know what I have to give except for an opinion. So like, I kind of feel the same way when I watch certain people like Duty Ron, he's a cop. So I think to hear his perspective on things is a good, you know, I want to hear what a police officer has to say, or, you know, these attorneys that have channels and cover these, like, you want to hear about the court cases and from an attorney's point of view. But like me as a layperson, right? I don't have any, like, I don't know. I'm just a regular person with an opinion. I don't know. I really, like, who cares? Does anybody really care what I think? No. You know, like, that's really what it comes down to. So I feel like a lot of these people that like just randomly cover true crime, it's like, dude, who the fuck are you? Like, you're just an asshole with an opinion, just like myself, you know? I don't know. So I really don't like listen to these people unless there's like certain people that like, I don't know. There was this one girl I followed. She just like reads, you know, she was reading the Idaho 4 documents. That's cool. Like, that's fine. She doesn't really interject her opinion too much. Oh, that just scared the fuck out of me. Sorry. Who does this? Sorry, you guys probably didn't hear that, but that just scared the ever-living shit out of me. Like, I clicked on this person's channel and like this loud song started playing. I don't think you guys probably didn't hear it, but oh, it scared the shit out of me. It just like made me jump. But you know what I'm saying? Like people who retell the stories, like Christina Randall, like I like to hear her, you know, telling the story and everything like that. That's fine. I'm talking about like these people who are just like regular people who get into these like fucking deep conspiracies and all this speculation, and it's like, what fucking expertise do you even have? You know, like, I know a lot of people don't like Gray Hughes, but Gray Hughes, at least, even though he's a layperson, he doesn't, you know, he makes like, at least he gives us visuals to look at. He makes these 3D animations that are really cool. So like, he has something to contribute to the genre, you know? He maps everything out. Like, there's a lot of times where, like, especially I'll use the Idaho 4 case. Like, it's so hard to imagine, you know, he drove down this street and around this street, and it's hard to like visualize that in your head. And he does that for you. He gives you the visual of those types of things. Like, I found him during the Jodi Arias case. He did these great animations, you know, that really helped you visualize how things happen. Like, I just like a lot of people, they're just gossiping, really. Like, they're not really contributing anything to the case at all. If you're reading documents and just sharing facts, that's cool. Like, you know, I might follow you, but I really don't watch people who get involved in like the drama of like the case. Like, that shit to me is fucking weird, honestly. Does anybody know which video? Is it this one? The J Chronicles Watts case? Oh, wait a second. Is this it? From a day ago? Hold on a second. Since I was around for a lot of this shit. Is this the video you're talking about? One day ago, history lesson goes back to 2018 when a Facebook group for Chris Watts' case grew into a podcast. That's not exactly what happened. But that's not exactly how that went down. The Facebook group, I don't know if it grew into a podcast, but...
And would have the most incredible meltdowns. Massive flashbacks. Oh, no, it's like, it feels so cathartic, but also so triggering. And the one good thing about it is a lot of us have...
I watch Grizzly True Crime. I haven't in a while because there's no cases that I've been, like, really following, but... when she covers cases, see, like, she's like a normal person, but she's not like, she doesn't get into the drama. She's just sharing the facts. Oh, it's on a short. Okay, thank you. Because I was like, this is a long video. This is a long video. All right, let's go to shorts. I don't know who this person is. I've never seen this. All right, oh, here we go. Are we there? Okay, let's go.
What are they gonna do? Get Dr. B after you? Vanessa's... Oh my god, I'm gonna say it, and you better delete this. Vanessa's sister.
Whoa. Wait, what? Did she just say what I think she said? Was that the N-word in there? Oh, that's not good, dude.
What are they gonna do? Get Dr. B after you? Vanessa's... Oh my god, I'm gonna say it, and you better delete this. Vanessa's nigger sister.
Who is she talking about? Yikes, dude. And I said, don't you mention my son while your daughter is shacked up with a... Ooh, ooh. Look in your own backyard. Yo. Dude. Wow. What the fuck? Oh my God, dude. What is wrong with this bitch? Shacked up with a... Wow. Holy shit. What? Dude, what is going on here? Look in your own backyard. Is she sending this person a picture of their fucking house too? This don't look real though. I don't know. I don't know iMessage to look like this. What is this? Subject iMessage? I don't know about this one right here. This one's looking a little sus. I'm not gonna lie. Whose iMessage looks like this? I don't know. I have an old ass iPhone, so if maybe the new iPhone looks like this, but I have never seen a subject box on this. It's one thing I feel like it is important to always keep in mind, especially nowadays when people are exposing messages. I mean, obviously, we just heard her say something horrible. That's her voice. There's no doubting that. But I'm just saying. I like how she blanks the eye out as if that changes anything. Like, girl, you're still saying the word and it's still disgusting. If that's even her. This looks a little sus to me, I'm not gonna lie. Just because I've never seen... I have an iPhone and mine does not have a box that says subject on it, ever. When I go in my text messages, like, if I go to text somebody, it just says text message, SMS. Well, that's what somebody that has an Android... And if I'm talking to a person with an iPhone, it just says iMessage. There's no box that says subject. So I don't know about this one. This one I might be questioning just a little bit. That looks a little sus. But damn, girl, if you be saying this, oof. And there's also a scroll bar, so I don't know. I'm addicted to this trial for binging it. I love this lawyer. She's badass. And usually black criminals bore me, LOL. Wow, dude. But this kid was a good kid overall considering. Who are these messages with? This is fucking bad, dude. If this is real, this is fucking bad, dude. She's clearly fucking racist. Black criminals bore me. Wow, dude. Wow. Wow. Why is that? Is it because, yeah, she said you better delete this. Yeah. Dude, I didn't want to share this in the group, but I got this pic of Frankie. Promise you won't share. Somebody shared this shit in this group because I was in the group. And yes, I know exactly what this picture is. I saw it. It was disturbing, to say the least, but it was shared in the group. That's how I saw it. I don't know who shared it. I don't remember. You're going back to, what, 2018? I didn't know, Jay, when I joined the group. Mandy, actually, was the one who, like, I guess you could say recruited me into the group. I don't even know how. I don't know how she, like, found me. I don't know. I don't remember. It's so long ago. But I was in their little Facebook group, right? And I got brought in by Mandy, and literally when I got in there, I didn't talk that much in the beginning. I was kind of quiet in there because I didn't know anybody, but you know, I really didn't say much. But like, I think like almost like it was very, very shortly after this that Jay left, so I really didn't get to know her, you know. I knew Kay more. Jay and her split up like very shortly after I got into the group, so, and I really didn't know anybody at the time. So when they split up, I didn't even know why they were splitting up. I was like really new to the group. What was this picture? So this is a picture of Shanann Watts' brother, Frankie. I'll say with no clothes on and using a device that is supposed to help you when you cannot get it up, basically. That's what this is. Mm. That's her and Kay when they were young. There was a lot. That's why, I didn't really get involved too much because there was a lot of history between those two. Prior to them even coming to YouTube, they like knew each other in real life. And then, I don't know. I don't remember the whole story. No, that's not Discord. It was a Facebook group. It was, well, no, I think this is a text message. Or no, I'm sorry. This looks like a Facebook message to me. It looks like a Facebook message. So he's following me on Instagram. That was her and Kay. Guys, I don't know what this is. Mandy's house. She is having an exorcism or some shit. Mandy, what the fuck is with all the crosses? Oh. Is that Mandy Bell Mandy? Yikes. Alright, well. Mandy annoys the fuck out of me. I don't know what it is about this chick. Laughing my ass off. Stanton? Yes. Oh. Who? Oh my god, dude. Seriously, I don't know. Why would you leave this person's last name? I don't know if that's her last name, but come on, dude. Why are we doing this? Gorillas in the Mist. Is that Tiffany? Who is that? I don't know who this is supposed to be. I don't know who that is. I don't get that.
What are they gonna do? Get Dr. B after you, Vanessa?
What case is she talking about here, Vanessa?
Oh my god, I'm gonna say it, and you better delete this. Vanessa's sister.
And you better delete this. I don't think that's Mandy's last name, although I don't know what her last name is. I used to know it, I just don't remember anymore. But why? I wish that whoever made this didn't leave that in there. Let's see what people have to say here. People need to wake up and stop following creators who will speak like this. People need to wake up and to the creators using alt accounts to defame others. Thank you, Crime Reels, for exposing this behavior. Nasty. The hypocrisy is real around here. Let's see what happens. Wow, that's so disappointing to hear, and I'm also shocked. Gross. If anyone else is like this out there, please reveal them at this time also. In your almighty name and power, amen. Oh my god, dude. Thanks. So many will be on my do not watch list, along with so many others. Look, dude. A lot of these people are on here because, let's just be honest, they're like, look at Bullhorn Betty, right? And there's others, okay? Clearly, they can't work a regular fucking job, dude. Let's just be real, okay? Bullhorn Betty, I know she likes to act like she's, so educated and all that, but she ain't getting a fucking good paying, high paying job. I probably wouldn't either. I don't have a degree or anything like that, but my point is, they take on this true crime thing because maybe it was some type of interest that they actually had. A lot of people are into true crime, mostly women. I feel like the genre is filled, right, with mostly women, because we just like drama of any type, I guess, and that's basically what it is, right? And at the end of the day, but They take on this true crime. You got JLR, you got fucking Bullhorn Betty, you got all these fucking ex-cons, basically criminals, who can't get better jobs, who think it's an easy paycheck for them. They're just gonna fucking come on here, talk about true crime cases, and it's an easy fucking paycheck for them. And probably because they're not getting, I don't know what Jay's, story is. I don't know what she did in life. I don't know if she has a criminal history or anything like that. I'm just saying, I question sometimes why people are doing this, because I'm like, some people, like, I'm sorry, I know a lot of people dislike her, myself kind of included. I'm not a biggest fan of her, but like Annie Elise, like, she's like very dedicated to what she's doing, okay? So it's a little different. You got these other people who are just like half-ass this true crime. They want to come on here and just basically be tragedy pimps. I mean, when all is said and done, right? They're just a bunch of fucking tragedy pimps who are just coming on here trying to make some quick money, really. So They don't do their research. They don't do their homework. They're not putting together these productions. You know what I'm saying? It's just, let me get views and let me get money. And that's really what it comes down to. It's really what it comes down to. You know, because they think it's easy money. OJ, you trash girl. Comma got the tea. Comma Reel's got the tea. Wrong to mess with Jay. Never underestimate the Clippers. Shouldn't be surprised when she wears a culturally appropriated hairstyle, but damn. Oh, look at his hair. Look at his hair. Laura. All I will say is I'm not sure Mandy's texts were in there. She is right about her and didn't even say anything bad. The fact Mandy still has a screenshot from 2019 speaks volumes to me. Just saying. Does Laura not understand that people have Laura must not have the iCloud, okay? Because, dude, like, if I screenshot something, I'll be damned if I'm going back in my phone and erasing it later. Like, I just, like, I don't know. I don't know if people do that. They, like, sit there erasing things out of their fucking phones. I don't. I screenshot tons of shit. I screenshot shit online that I like, you know, shoes, whatever. Take pictures of things. I don't go back and fucking erase them. Because I pay for the fucking iCloud, so, you know, I have tons of space to fucking save shit, so I'm not worried about sitting here, you know, fucking deleting things all the time. So, like, the fact, it speaks volumes? No, it doesn't, really, Laura. It's very easy to fucking find a screenshot in your phone using the search thing. Cromer Reels is Laura's buddy now and helps her go after Brittany. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Those were sent to me, not by Mandy. Yeah. I don't know why CPS calling Laura is telling lies in your comment section and elsewhere, but these aren't my texts. I've never had conversations with Jay like this in my life. I haven't spoken to Jay since she and her bestie, the serial swatter, Oni, swatted me on 1/30/19. The next time I spoke to her was when she tattled on Oni, and that's only because Melissa B reached out to me, and Jay didn't want her to talk to me. I don't know why Jay was sending around pics of my kids and talking shit either, so hopefully someone sets that straight. This video is the first time I'm seeing any of this. Of course, CPS caller like Laura would think there's nothing wrong with sending pics of children around. Oh, okay, so we didn't know that. There was no... I didn't know that there was a picture of Mandy's kid, but, like, yeah, why are you doing that? I guess that's what was blocked out here. Hold on. Right here. That must have been her kids or something, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, nothing's wrong. All right, I guess she received them to even know that my kids were in the screenshot to try to deflect that these are my messages with Jay so that nobody will care. Either way, it's another real life loser that should be exiled as well. Someone needs to clear her lies up, though. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, why would Laura think that these are Mandy's texts? They're talking shit, and I didn't know. All right, it is. There was another Mandy in the group, so I thought. But this is like, right. Why would you even think this is Mandy's text? It doesn't even make sense, dude. What the fuck is Laura talking about? I like the crosses. I think it looks cute. Who fucking cares? Never ever trust what Laura says as a fact. Yeah, no. No. Definitely not. Yeah, I don't understand why this is even being sent around at this point in time, but they probably should have clarified that her kids are in the fucking picture. I mean, why the fuck is she sending? So they had to, this is like their private chat. The only thing I'm questioning here is this one, because something don't look right, and if anybody could, you know, tell me, I don't know, this text right here, I mean, the audio message is unquestionable. That's her voice, okay? So it's not like a deep fake or anything like that. How the fuck did she get that I'd be in a group where where this shit was being discussed? Because she's fucking so stupid, that's why. I've never seen the messages to look like this with the subject thing. So it's the only thing I'm questioning here with these texts is that something don't look right. The other thing is, look in your own backyard. So I guess she sent a picture of this person's house to them. Like, who are these texts? Obviously, Jay's going to know who sent this. She has to know who these texts are. And I'd love to hear what her excuse is going to be for this shit. Oh, you know, I used bad language. You know, I'm sorry. I listened to her other live, which I don't listen to her, so I don't even know. I was just bored. There was nothing to listen to, and people were talking about it, so I was like, oh, let me go listen. Where she's, owning this fucking thing, this troll account, and it was just, it was very similar to the type of shit Laura does. I don't know why this shit about me was included with racist stuff. I'm never gonna throw a fit and try to be bigger than Jay being a racist piece of shit. I'm pissed this even includes me, even more. Yeah, right. Because, who knows who this person is, right? Krama Reels person. And now they have a pic of your kids. That's great. And I guess that was your last name. I didn't know if it was your last name or somebody else's, but I would appreciate if they crossed that out. That would be nice. I don't know. I don't watch these people, so. I don't watch Britney. I don't watch any of these people, so. That's fucking messy, though, Jay. Sorry to hear that, girl. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to fucking hear that. The only thing that looks suspicious to me is this one text message here, but you can't deny the fucking voice message. I mean, I don't know how she's even going to deny that. How the fuck is she going to deny that? That's her voice. She has a very distinct voice, it's like you can't even pretend that's not your voice, girl. Like, that's you. And that's pretty fucking gross. I mean, you obviously knew what you were saying was wrong because you told the person to delete it, okay? Oh, just delete it. Oh, you people are fucking gross, dude. You fucking people are disgusting. God. What is wrong with her, dude? What is wrong with her? Maybe she meant to do it under an alt. Just kidding. What the fuck is wrong with her? I don't know. Clearly, she's living in a different world than the rest of us where she thinks it's okay to talk like that to people. I was never a fan of hers, so her behavior during the Chris Watts days told me all I needed to know. First of all, she was in the group, she talked shit about Shanann, then all of a sudden changed her entire view, right? Which to me, I don't know, when people so drastically change their views, from just, she claimed it was conveniently because of the information that came out, but I'm like, you had opinions, not negative opinions about the case, okay? But about Shanann herself, which, somebody just posted a video about it the other day. Somebody just posted a Watts video. I think it was Plunder, actually. I don't know why she's reposting Watts stuff, but there was a video in her video that, and I remember watching this video, and I was like, oh, it was so cringe, dude. I'm sorry. It's just how I feel. I know the girl, again, there's nothing that justifies what happened to her or those beautiful children. Nothing. I don't care how bossy she was. I don't care, whatever. It doesn't justify it. But you could see the cracks in the facade, okay? You could see that there was clearly a power imbalance in the house. And again, it doesn't justify it because people get so mad when you say this, but it's just, facts are facts. Her own friend said it about her, that she was controlling, that she wore the pants in the family. The way she barked orders around to her husband in this video, I just was like, it's just, I don't know. I don't treat my husband like that. So to me, I look at that, and people love to make excuses when it's a woman. They're like, oh, she's just, strong woman, or, she just knows what she wants. And it's like, that's kind of like abusive in a sense. Not abusive. It's just it's not right. Okay. The way she was talking about him and, barking him orders around and making him do this, and kind of it's humiliating to a man, the way she was treating him. And I saw that across several of her videos, and I'm like, there was definitely, but again, he's just as much at fault for this situation as she is, because he allowed that to happen. It's the same way I feel about my brother. He got himself into this situation with this woman. You allowed her to do all these things. You allowed it. So, I blamed her for a long time, but I had to come to a point in time where I'm like, you also didn't put your foot down. You allowed her to do what she did. So anyway, my whole point being is she had a lot of like negative opinions about her in the group just as a person, you know, and she flipped from like that to like being one of her biggest defenders, you know, and to me that's just disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? All right, you read the documents. I read those same documents. My opinion about her didn't change. You know, my opinion about the relationship and the imbalance in the relationship didn't change because I read the documents. I've always maintained that, you know, it's horrible what happened to her. There's no fucking justification for it. But there was clearly a problem there. There was clearly some problems there in the marriage, okay? Prior, obviously, to him cheating and stuff. But, like, there was things that were probably happening in the marriage that catapulted, or what's the word? I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. There was things that were probably happening in that marriage that even pushed him into a direction. And again, I'm not blaming her because he obviously made the wrong decision. I'm just stating a fact that obviously there was some problem in the marriage that pushed her. And if we don't acknowledge these things about, you know, people, then like, how do we stop this from happening the next time, you know? Or how do we, you know, you need to spot the signs. I'm sorry. You could help somebody in a situation like that instead of, you know, letting it get to a point where this type of thing happens, you know, which is, you know, obviously very rare for it to happen. But I was bothered by people making excuses for her behavior, obviously just because she's a victim. Look, victims are people too, you know, they have lives, they have personalities, they're human, they make mistakes. It doesn't justify what happened. There's no justification. What he did was horrible to the family. Like, it doesn't even make sense, you know? But I just going back to Jay, I don't know how you flip-flop so hard from, you know, being very critical of somebody to like the next day when you realize it's more profitable for you. That's how I felt. Like, I felt the same way about Molly Golightly. You know, in one video, she's doing these really offensive, what do you call, like a parody, right, of Shanann. And then all of a sudden she's like contacting the family, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, you don't drastically change from seeing somebody as, you know, a certain way to like turning around and being their biggest champion like the next day. Like, that's insincere to me. You know, like, it's disingenuous. I don't care how you feel either way, but when you go from one extreme to the other, it just seems disingenuous, you know, to me, in my eyes. And that's how I felt with Jay. I felt like she went from one extreme to the other. She's like, you know, I read the 2,000 page document. I think anybody that was following that case, I know I spent that Thanksgiving sitting there reading that shit, you know. I read the whole thing cover to cover that weekend. But you know what I'm saying? You just don't go from one extreme to the next. It's just not realistic. Even if you read the document, it shouldn't change your opinion about a person that deeply, you know? But anyway, again, it doesn't justify what happened. I don't care how she acted. I don't care how she treated him. You know, you don't kill her and you don't kill the children. Like, that's just sick, you know? You don't cheat on it. But, you know, you couldn't even express that at the time because there's too many true crime Karens out there that just like freak out because they're so emotional, which it was a very emotional case. It involved children, you know, a mother. Like, it's horrible, dude. It's absolutely horrible what happened. But I feel like if we're not realistic about cases and people, there's no point of even following this shit, you know? The kids part kills me, man. Those poor kids. You know, I'm sorry. I know people probably get annoyed, you know, whatever. People think I'm wrong. I look at the way those children were kind of, I just feel bad for those children and the short lives they had, okay? They spent so much time at doctor's offices, on different medications. Like, I don't even know if the, you know, the illnesses they had were real. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think there was more going on there in the house that was, there was some issues there, okay? The little girls were constantly in the hospital, constantly being posted on Facebook. Like, I mean, it seemed almost like there was like a Munchausen situation going on there with those poor little girls. You know, I never seen kids getting so many treatments and sicknesses and pictures of them in the hospitals. And so their short lives that they lived, you know what I'm saying, were like that was their lives. And then for that to happen, dad, their loving dad, right, supposedly takes them out and does that to them. Oh my God, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. It's fucking horrible. That case fucking haunted me. Haunted me for the longest time. It seemed like she craved any attention in any way she could get it. Yeah. The cases with the kids kill me. Like, just kill me. I agree with that. And every sickness was symptomatic. Yes, not proven by testing. Like, dude, there was a lot of illnesses. All right. For instance, okay, it's very rare that you have a kid that has allergies to things, but it's very rare to have two kids that have like these extreme allergies. And then there was some other thing that she said they were diagnosed with that was very rare as well. Some type of fever syndrome or something. And I'm like, that's, you know, the chances of both of your kids having that is very, very slim. So I do think there was a little something going on there. Again, does not fucking justify anything that happened to her. But, you know, hold on. I gotta let the dog out for a second. Hold on. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, I think it was called Mediterranean fever something. And supposedly both kids had it. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Some of the Facebook posts about the children and illnesses are very strange. Yeah, she was symptom and doctor shopping. There was definitely something going on there, you know? I mean, those of us who've had kids, okay, I know that there's kids out there that have just weaker immune systems, okay? But something was up with the kids here's the thing, right? Typically when you have two kids, it's like one will be sick and then the other one will get sick after. And it seemed like they were always sick at the same time, which is very strange, you know? And I know, and they went to daycare, which also was kind of weird because she was a stay-at-home mom. So I'm like, why are you sending the kids to daycare? But, you know, to each their own. But especially when you can't afford it. You know, they were in debt. So there was definitely something going on there, you know, with her where she was trying to keep up this appearance because of this, you know, multi-level marketing thing that she essentially got sucked into, you know, which is sad in itself too, you know, but she did well at. But you know, like, I understand kids will catch things from like daycare when they're that young. They get sick all the time. Because I remember when I first started sending Jesse to school, or nursery school, I mean, he was fucking sick every week, it seemed like, you know. I remember like the first couple of years he was in school, it was like I was constantly bringing him to the doctor because it was like he had strep throat, he had this, he had that, you know. It's just how it is. You're exposing them to tons of germs, you know, once they leave the house. So there's no question that the kids would be sick, obviously, because every kid gets sick. But that seemed like it was a lot more frequent. And then some of the things that, you know, she was claiming they seemed like perfectly healthy children to me, you know, but the fact that she was medicating both of them at night, every night, I don't know, giving them Tylenol, dude, that is the worst thing you could do for children, is give them Tylenol every night, because Tylenol is really, really hard on your kidneys and your liver. So giving children that young Tylenol every night is not good. I always thought that's why she kept Bella's hair short, to make her look sick. I know. Well, I don't know if that's the case, because my best friend, her niece, was the same way. She had her hair, it was so weird. Her hair like just didn't grow for some reason. So when she was about like, I don't know what age, like, I guess like around 2 or 3, right? Little girls, their hair starts growing in more and they start getting like the little ringlets. They look so cute when they're that age, right? They start getting little curls and everything. So, um, my friend, I remember, her niece, like her hair was so short and it was weird because she was at that age where, most girls that age, toddler age, had hair that is long, that goes down to at least their shoulders. And her hair still looked like baby hair, like when you're like an infant, when you're like 1. And it stayed like that until she was like 3 or 4. And then all of a sudden her hair grew. It was like the weirdest thing. Her hair just like didn't grow for some reason for a couple of years. And then all of a sudden it just started growing. It was really fucking weird. It just took a really long time. So I think that could be the case with Bella. I don't know, but I don't know. That I don't know. Because I have seen it before. I know other people, like, it's not common, but I've seen it happen before. My friend's niece. She was exactly the same way. Because I remember seeing pictures of her. And I'm like, she like doesn't have hair. Like she should have longer hair by now, I think like past 1, your hair starts actually growing once once you're about 1. And like by the time you're a toddler, you should have like at least shoulder length hair, right? Around maybe even longer by the time you're 2. And she still looked like a baby bald. Like it was weird because she's walking around, you know what I'm saying? Like a toddler, but still had like a baby bald head. It was the weirdest thing. But it just fixed itself, she grew her hair. I always get sick the first 2 weeks after school starts and always brings home some creepy crud. Well, Jesse's been getting better. Like the first couple of years was a nightmare, but now, he's been in school for how many years? He'll get sick like once, maybe twice during the school year. But like when I first started bringing him, he was sick all the time. I just think with some of those pictures and stuff that you saw of those little girls, she was constantly posting and bringing them to the emergency room. Like, dude, I brought Jesse to the emergency room once in his entire, 12 years here on Earth. One time I brought him to the emergency room. I brought him to like the emergency clinic, obviously, like a couple of times when he was like really sick. But she was constantly at the emergency room with the kids, like, getting tubes in their ears. Like, what's the chances both kids need tubes in their ears or whatever it was? It's just, I think there was a Munchausen type of thing going on there. And, sadly enough, I don't even think that he even like recognized that though. I think he really thought that, if you know anyone with systemic lupus, it is very rare to give birth to 3 babies. That too. The lupus thing. Very strange because people usually that have lupus can't go out in the sun. And, there's many pictures of her out in a bikini on a beach. So I think there was definitely something going on. Oh, yeah, they were both on nebulizers. Yup. Like, dude, something was going on right there in the home, okay, with her. Does that mean that she deserved what happened to her? No fucking way, dude. No way. You get divorced. You leave the marriage, dude. And the poor kids, how do you even do that to your kids? Like, I can't even fathom doing that. But the whole point of me bringing this up was not to talk, badly about her. I mean, reality is reality. It doesn't justify what happened to her. It'll never justify what happened to her. He's a fucking piece of shit, coward. And especially those poor babies. Oh my God, that part just fucking kills me. Those little girls were so cute, especially Cece. Oh my God, she was so cute. Bella always looks sad to me when you watch the videos. There was like this sadness about her. She was very serious, but the little one, Cece, was so cute. Oh my God. And then your wife's pregnant on top of that. How the fuck do you do that, dude? Just leave the marriage. Like that to me, that is the ultimate pussy act, what you did. Because what? You were scared to leave the marriage, scared to be seen as a cheater? What? What's the problem, dude? So you kill somebody? You'd rather be seen as a killer than a child, a family annihilator, than a fucking cheater? Or a guy who's divorced? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. That case will haunt me forever just because, I'm sorry, it's scary. People like to call him a narcissist and all this other shit. I don't think he was any of that. Obviously there's something wrong with him. But what I think is he's a pussy. That's what he is. But I think, what do you call it? you know, you have this guy that lived this seemingly normal life, right? Really never got into trouble. Seemed to kind of lack personality, which is another thing I would question. What would even attract you to a man like that? I'm sorry. I wouldn't want any man that I could boss around like that. I don't find that endearing. I find that like you're a bitch. Like I don't want a man to be my bitch. You know what I'm saying? That I boss him around like do this, do that. I saw somebody like that in the store yesterday actually, but it was the reverse. Dude, this fucking guy, this douchebag guy, I'm in DSW, and this fucking guy comes in, he's in there with his wife. Big fucking tall, you know, guy. He's wearing like a green zip up fucking, I don't know, thing. And he's with his wife. She's a little, I think, Filipino woman, I want to say. Right? So it was the weirdest fucking thing, dude. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm walking down the aisle. Okay, there's a young man that's standing there, like Middle Eastern guy, who's standing, you know, maybe about like 2 feet away from him, looking at the shoes. And then on the other side, you know how DSW has like the low shelves so you can see everybody. So on the other side of the thing was a worker there, this young guy. And he's working. So I'm walking down the aisle. Okay, so I had to walk past the guy. So like I always do in a store to be, you know, polite. I said, excuse me, sorry, you know, because I was like kind of walking in front of him. And I stood at the end of the aisle because I was looking to see if there was any like coupons or anything, right, on my phone. And all of a sudden this guy starts bugging out. And he's like, I want to fucking choke somebody. And I don't know if he was talking to me. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But all I know is everybody started looking up and this guy starts like bugging out in the story. He's like, I'm going to choke somebody. You know, I don't deal well with the public. You know, I'll choke somebody. I want to choke somebody. And I'm thinking like, dude, what the fuck? Everybody's looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? Because he looked like a seemingly normal dude, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, dude, it's hard for me to bite my lips, you know, in situations like that. Because I was going to be like, excuse me? Are you fucking talking to me? Because, like, I said, excuse me when I walked past you. I don't know what happened, but I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, Liana, it's not worth it. Just be quiet. But I was, like, looking, like, everybody was looking that was standing over there. So he walks away a couple minutes later, and the young guy that worked at the store, he comes up to me. He's like, that was so weird. I go, yeah, it was. He's like, what was that all about? I go, I don't know. I said, because nobody did anything that, like, nobody in the store that was standing around him, whether it was me or the other 2 people that were around, did anything that would, like, cause this guy to do that. I don't know. You know, I walked past him, but I walked quickly and I said, excuse me. So I'm like, I don't know if it was me. I said, I don't know if he was talking to me or you or the other guy that was, you know, I said, the young man that was standing there. I don't know who he was talking to. I said, but that was like fucking crazy. It was the weirdest thing, dude. The guy just like bugged out in the middle of the store and then he went quiet. Like, it was really fucking weird. He had like a total tantrum in the store. But the kid that worked there, he comes up to me. He's like, that was so weird. He's like, what was that all about? I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know who he was like directing that at. I don't know if maybe he felt crowded. There was too many people around him. I don't know what the problem was, but it was fucking weird. But the whole rest of the time I'm in the store, he's like bossing his wife around and she's doing everything she can to please him. She's like running and grabbing this pair of shoes, that pair of shoes. And like, you could tell that there's a power imbalance in the relationship just in DSW. Cause I'm like, dude, she's like going crazy trying to please this guy. And he's not pleased. He looks like the type of guy is not easy to please. Okay. He's like every fucking thing she picked out, he had a problem with it. He was just being really difficult, the guy. And I'm like, oh, I feel bad for that fucking lady. And I was thinking in my head, what's that sign? Isn't there like a sign that people make when they're like kidnapped or something? I don't know. There's some like international sign. I'm like looking at the lady, like, is she gonna signal at any time? Because I'm like, this is fucking weird. This guy is fucking something wrong with him, dude. And then it makes you think, does he like go home and beat this woman? Like, what the fuck? You know, like, is she in danger? Is my thought. Because I'm like, the way he's like bossing her around and just said he was gonna choke somebody. I don't know if he was talking about me, or the other 2 people I was saying. I don't know. But I'm like, not good. Not good. I don't know. I'm not into like the whole bossy thing, I guess. I'm not into, you know, people bossing their spouse. Your spouse should be your equal. You know, of course there's going to be things that, you know, your one spouse does more, does better than the other spouse, or you know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be such a dynamic where like one is like dominant and the other one's like uh whatever the opposite of dominant is. I can't think. But you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was the case in that relationship too. There was definitely a power imbalance there. One of my seven sisters has lupus. Another one has Sjogren's. Is that how you say that? I don't know exactly how you say that. That's the one where your fingertips turn white. Submissive. There you go. I couldn't think of the word. I have yelled clean up on aisle 8, then watch the crazy happen. Yes, there's like some type of signal for when you're being like abused or something, or you're kidnapped, or you're in like a dangerous situation. Because, dude, the way this guy just bugged out for nothing, I was like, oh, if you act like this in a store in public, how are you acting at home? That's like the first thing that goes into my head. Because I'm like, dude, I would never do that. I don't even like, I don't know, women that like make their men carry their purses and shit. I don't like, I would never do that. I would never make my husband hold my pocketbook. Like, I feel like that's so like emasculating to do. I don't know. Whatever. I don't even like, I see like a lot of times I'm in the stores and women are shopping and they drag their husbands along with them. And I'm like, why do you want your husband with you in the store? Like, oh, I don't know. Like food shopping, I get it, you know, because you're both picking out things. But I'm like, I don't know. Like if I'm shopping for like myself, like clothes or makeup, like I don't want my husband fucking hanging around, dude. Like first of all, he has no interest in that. But second of all, like I don't want him. Why should, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't need him hanging around while I'm trying to shop or do something. I always found that weird. Women that drag their husbands around like to like go do girly things, like, you know, they're sitting at like the nail salon. Like, wait, like what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. That shit's weird to me. No offense if you do it. I just personally don't do it. I had to laugh at the thought of like you see it, dude, some of these girls online, I cannot believe how they fucking like their husbands. There's this one girl I watch and I like her, Emily Harper, her name is. But she has her boyfriend on and she's like putting makeup on his face. And I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for this guy. I'm like, I don't know. I find all that shit kind of weird, dude. Yeah, exactly. Who needs someone telling him to hurry? That's what it would be if I brought my husband. Like, he doesn't like shopping. So why would I bring him with me when I'm shopping for girl things? Like, does he want to sit in Ulta with me? Not really. I mean, not to say he never came in there. But I would, if I had to go in, it would only be like, okay, I'm running in and getting this. Like, I wouldn't make him stand there while I'm, like, looking around browsing. Like, that's kind of fucking weird. Honestly, he gives me, like, anxiety when I'm shopping. Because he's, like, a rush shopper. And I'm, like, I like to take my time shopper. You know what I'm saying? So, thumb in the palm of hand, palm facing outward. Move your 4 fingers back and forth or wiggle them. What do you mean? I can't even get mine to open a car door or put the toilet seat down even. Yeah, right? Imagine. But I just see, like, I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of these, like, younger influencers. And I'm like, I don't know if their husbands are gay or, like, you know, what's going on here. But I just can't believe that they, like, let them put makeup on them knowing that there's, like, millions of people watching. I'm like, okay. I don't know. Or they'll do like facials on their husbands or boyfriends. And I'm like, oh my God, why? Like, why are you doing this to this guy? Like, do you not have a girlfriend you could do this to? Like, why are you making, I don't know. To me, it's like humiliating. It's like almost saying like, oh, look, my man's my bitch. Like, he'll do anything I want him to do. I don't know. I'm not into that kind of shit. I don't like men that could be bossed around like that. To me, you're like a little bitch. Like, ugh. Like Chris Watts makes me cringe. Like he's a little bitch. He's a little bitch boy. You know, you like get bossed around. I hate that fucking saying, a happy wife, happy life. My uncle used to say that. I'm like, dude, you're such an asshole. Don't say that. It should just be happy couple, dude. It shouldn't be happy one person shouldn't be more happy than the other. Ugh. He is hot as a who's cardio? I need to see 5 specialists. I'm sorry to hear that. Due to organ problems. That's not good. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not into the whole culture of treating your husband like a little bitch. I just think it's gross. Especially like online in front of people. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking it's just like why do you do that? I don't know why I still have this person's thing up here. Exposing and summarizing the drama and nastiness in the true crime community. I don't even call this the true crime community, dude. None of these people are true crime. If you don't cover true crime on your channel every fucking time you go live, you're not a fucking true crime channel. Sorry. Okay? There's people that cover it every fucking time they go or make a video or go live. Those people are true crime creators. These are people that just like to gossip about true crime. I wouldn't even call anybody in that community, whether it's Queen Bee or Granny's Watching or fucking Brittany, whoever. I mean, I don't watch their channels, but it seems like they're mainly involved in drama. Jay for Justice, I will give her credit. She was doing her thing for a while, at least holding her fucking, channel down and did true crime, covered true crime, covered cases, covered trials. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she just got bored of it and she fell off, but it seems like she's more, she's more into the drama now than the true crime. And I noticed she has another channel. So yeah, so I guess like she probably spends more time on the drama channel. Once you start getting involved in drama on this platform, you're done, dude. Just kiss your fucking channel goodbye. Once you get yourself involved in any type of drama on here, your channel's done. Okay? You're not gonna have it might temporarily get you some views, but at the end of the day, your channel's done, dude. Over. You're not no one's gonna take it seriously. Hence my channel, right? Like, come on. Hi, hope I'm welcome to chat here real quick. I'm blocked on my main. Just got caught up. I want to say notice Laura saying over and over that she knew your kids wouldn't be. Yes, of course, Tiffany. Are you blocked? I'll try to see it. I don't think I blocked you, but I don't know if somebody else might have at some point in time. And while you're here, I just want to say, Tiffany, I know me and you have had our issues, but I am praying very hard for you and for your son. And my heart really breaks just knowing that, that you're going through that. And oh my God, it's just horrible. It's just fucking horrible. And I'm really sending you guys every prayer I could, think of. It's just terrible. Your son is such a good kid. Always been such a respectful boy. It just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. And especially, I'm a mom of an only child too. And I'm not saying that it would be different if you had two children, obviously. But like when you have one and only child, it's just your entire world is engulfed in your one and only child. And, oh my God, I just can't even imagine the worry. But yeah, and fuck Laura, she's a piece of shit. I think she was, wait, hold on, let me reread this. I'm blocked on my man, just got caught up. I wanted to say, I noticed Laura saying over and over that she knew your kids wouldn't be, hold on, taken. I think she was subconsciously saying all the other kids possibly. What do you mean? She's a fucking asshole. She didn't know anything. And again, I also, while you're here, should apologize that I ever even insinuated that you would have done that to me. I mean, I just didn't know at the time, but I'm sorry. I'm just sincerely sorry. That's it. I mean, really, really sorry. Patient to do this. Hold on. I appreciate you for each and every prayer. How supportive you've been. It means a lot. David just got his Triple T cells Friday. He's doing great. Oh, that's good news. We are in the DC area until mid-December. He is the first ever refractory Burkitt, I don't want to mess this up, lymphoma patient to ever do this. Oh my God. And he's doing good. Oh, I hope it works out. How old is he now? Maybe she was saying kids, thinking maybe she didn't. Oh, only do this to you. That's interesting. I accepted your apology back when you found out. I was so upset And no, never would it do that to you. I just can't. I can't believe, it just, the time you were sitting up on Laura's panel and you were talking about it, right? And I remember listening to that live when it was happening, and I was like, I mean, I know you. We've talked so much on the phone, and I'm like, she sounds like sincere, that you would never do such a thing. And Laura just sat there letting you get accused. And I was just like, wow, dude, this is fucking, she's insane. But, wow. 20 in February. Oh my God, he's so young. I can't believe he's 20 though at the same time. I feel like he was just so young, I mean, he is still young, but I'm just saying, I feel like he was a teenager. I was saying the other day, he was always like the most respectful teenager. I remember when we used to talk on the phone, because teenagers are brats. You hear other people's kids coming in and, sometimes, and I'm like, he was always like so respectful, just such a good kid. And, I was laughing thinking about the stink bugs. Remember when he used to put the stink bugs in the CD cases? And I was like, I get it. I hate stink bugs too. I hate them. But he was such a good kid. He is such a good kid. But now he's a man. He's not a kid. He's a man. He's a grown man. Oh my God. A grown man. Well, I'm praying that this treatment works for him and he just continues to feel better and he completely defies the odds, And I mean, that is an amazing thing that he was able to get this treatment. And we're definitely keeping the prayers coming, everybody in here. I don't care what happened. No mother and no kid deserves to go, especially such a good kid. Not that any kid, but I'm just saying, he really is such a nice kid. Yeah, of course he's still a baby. Once you turn refractory, the chances of making it are as low as 10%. Oh my God. How's he feeling though? Does he feel okay after this? Like physically? Or is he tired? It just breaks my heart, Tiffany. I'm so sorry. I just can't even imagine. But you're doing everything you can, and you guys are just so lucky to have each other. You're doing everything in your power to help your kid. And I think it's amazing, honestly. Yeah, there'll always be your babies. Always. He's feeling okay. Pain has been his worst. Oh my God. His tumors cause severe pain. Oh my God. Just to think of a kid in pain. Oh my God. So you guys, so you have to stay out of state to go, oh my God, somewhere else. But thank God though, thank God you're able to do it. And I'm praying that this works for him because no kid deserves to go through this. It's lymphoma. Hold on. Let me go back up. Lymphoma is crazy because my friend had it and it just like pops up. I don't know the type that he had, so I think it was non-Hodgkin's, I believe, which is one of the more treatable types from what I understand. Like if there's any type of lymphoma that you want to get, not that you want to get it, but it's that type because it's very treatable. And I know actually quite a few people. My uncle had it that, successfully went into remission. But my neighbor, he went in and it's like all of a sudden, like you were saying, I listened to your video we were driving. It was the weirdest thing because I was driving too while I was listening to your video while you were driving. And I had my son in the back seat and I was just like, I'm just thinking like, I'm bringing my son home from a hockey game right now. But like, you're driving to a hospital and like, it just made me so sad, to just think that, like, oh my God, it's just so sad. But anyway, it popped up back on him one day, this lymphoma, like all of a sudden, he went through all of his treatment and then all of a sudden it just popped back up. He felt like a lump somewhere and then he had to go back for more treatment. And it's just like, it's crazy the way it just pops up so quickly like that. His tentative for bone marrow transplant, 12/26 in Boston. They are basing that on he will be in remission. Oh, all right. So they have to do it while he's in remission. 10 out of 10 match is amazing. Amazing. Now is the bone marrow donor just like a random person who's doing this? Or is it somebody who has a loved one who might need a bone marrow, so they're kind of doing, you know, like, not, I don't want to say like a trade, but I don't even know how that works. I heard that was very painful to do. I don't know if it still is. Boston does have great doctors. So does DC, and then also here in New York, Sloan Kettering is a great hospital. They can't transplant him with active cancer because he won't make it through the transplant without an immune system. Is he on immune suppressive drugs? My girls and I were not even a high for the kid's liver. No, that's amazing. 10 out of 10. I think when my mom got her kidney transplant, her and her sister, actually, I think their match was almost perfect, which is, again, even rare for a family member to family member. But back at that time when she had her transplant, they didn't do, you could do, I guess they did test if you weren't family, because I thought my dad got tested or something. I don't know. The match came from the registry. We don't know her at all. Whoever she is, I pray for every day. And she'll be doing this at Christmas. Oh my God. That's an angel right there. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Unbelievable. I'm praying that it works. Praying. Anyway, I watched your video and I was like, great. Like, it was a great message because really, you know, you think of all the times as a parent, you get annoyed with your kid and it just kind of like slaps you back into like reality that like all of a sudden you could wake up one day and your entire life could be changed, you know, just like that. And it really like slaps you back into reality to just kind of like enjoy every second you can with your kid. Even the annoying times, you know what I'm saying? Like, because really things could just change so quickly. I mean, I know that just, you know, going through my mom's cancer and just like, you know, the day she called me and told me she had cancer, my whole life just changed. You know, everything just changed after that day. And it's like, I went from just like being a mom, you know, normal mom one day to like all of a sudden now my mom has cancer. And it's like, I knew it wasn't going to be good, you know, just given her circumstances. And it's so, so hard to watch somebody you love suffering, you know, in any way, shape, or form, because it's, like Tiffany was saying in her video, there's no money. You know what I'm saying? You could have $1 million. There's no money that's going to get you out of this. There's nothing that's going to change your situation. You just have to rely on these doctors and hope to God that they're doing the right thing for you, you know? And it's scary. It is so scary. You know, you're like, because I don't know what the right course of action is, you know? And it's so hard. It's so hard to, you know, watch somebody you love going through this and just feeling, you know, just feeling like you can't do anything. You're doing everything you can do, but like that feeling of like you want to do more. I would have taken my mom's cancer for her, you know, if I could have, her pain, everything, because it was horrible watching her screaming in pain, you know. And then they're giving her medicine and that's not even helping her. You know, it's like, oh my God, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. And then I'm like, why did she have to suffer like that? Like, I just don't understand. She was such a good person, just like Tiffany's son, such a good boy, such a good kid, such a respectful kid. Okay. Never was like a problematic teenager. You know, like most teenagers have attitudes. He was always sweet. Like always when she, you know, I heard them interacting a lot because we were on the phone a lot, and he really was such a sweet kid all the time as a teenager. I'm sure he's a sweet man now. I'm speaking in, you know, past tense because I'm thinking of him as a teenager, and most teenagers are just brats, you know. And he just never was like that. And I really used to think in my head, oh my God, I hope when my son like reaches this age and calms down a little bit, you know, he'll be a respectful boy like this, because honestly, you don't see even Molly Golightly's son. He's a really respectful kid, you know. So, you know, you just want your teenagers to be respectful and not be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Who gets upset with their kids? Oh, everybody. He has 5 oncologists between 3 states, and I couldn't have selected them better myself, especially his doctor in Providence. He has studied Burkitt for over 10 years. He is heaven sent. Dude, that's awesome, though. You want to go to a doctor that specializes in that. His doctors believe in him so much, he has amazed them all. Let me tell you something. He has a good spirit, that kid, and I've said this always. You know, if you have a good spirit while you're going through something like that, I really do think that that helps. You know, I know people will be like, no, it doesn't matter. No, it really does. Like, my mom's spirit was broken when she was sick. It was just broken. It had been for years since my dad passed away, you know, everything that happened with my brother. So she was so down at that point in time already. Her spirit was already crushed, you know? But if you have a good spirit going through things like that, I'm telling you, you're going to heal, and it's going to help tremendously. Tremendously. Only 11 to 14% of B-cell lymphoma ever make it to, I don't know if I'm saying this right, CAR-T, or is it C-A-R-T, and he made it to a second one, triple. Holy shit. Holy shit. So young. So young. Now, is this something that's like, hereditary, not hereditary, but genetic, basically? Is this a type of, like, cancer that's genetic, or what do they think actually causes this? Sent prayers and healing vibes when we all first found out Discord and saw the nasty stuff Laura said. She's the worst. Laura's disgusting, dude. To even fucking suggest that somebody's, you know, child going through something. She's so gross, dude. She does not care about anybody's children. Okay, so don't let her fool you. Because to even suggest that that's somebody's karma, and then she tried to go on her live stream, oh, you know, I made fun of Alicia, so that's my karma. No, Laura, no. That's not how it works, girlfriend. That is not karma, okay? Somebody having to deal with their kid being sick is not fucking karma, dude. You're an asshole. She's such a piece of shit. They have no idea what causes it. And it's not genetic. All right, that's crazy. And I believe love could keep someone alive. Oh yeah, I haven't left his side in over 300 days. He will never fight alone. I just want to save him. Girl, keep fighting, and he needs to keep fighting, and he's gonna keep fighting, because I know he has a good spirit, that kid. He has a good spirit. And a good heart, and I know he's surrounded by a good family, too. Laura only cares about herself. She has no empathy. No, she has zero empathy. Zero empathy. Hey, Polka Dot Suzanne. I just can't believe this even happened, and you're going through this. Seriously, when I heard, I just could not wrap my fucking head around this. We had so many hard conversations, but I try to keep him positive and strong. I can only imagine he's so young, so young. Not even like, I mean, just turning 20. Oh my God, it's a baby still. I always thought you were a good mom. Tiffany has always been a great mom to her son and protective of him. And he's a really good kid. He is a really, really good kid. Honestly. A kid gets sick, that breaks all the rules of being angry with someone. You have to let it go. The energy is good around him and not anger. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You got to keep the good energy going. She should be terrified for her own children. She needs to decide if she's going to have a soul or not. She doesn't have one. She doesn't have one, dude. Especially, like, I don't know how you say that. I don't know how you say that to somebody. Especially when you're a mom yourself. If you can't put yourself in somebody's shoes and say, oh my God. Especially somebody you're friends with and close with and spend time, you know, talking about your kids and your personal life. If you can't feel that deep in your heart, I don't know. Something's wrong with you. Because I don't care who you are. I wouldn't want to see anybody go through that with their kid and have to have, conversations like that with their kids. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. Cannot even imagine. When I watched my son play hockey and he, like yesterday, he got crushed into the boards. I heard, thought he hurt his shoulder and I'm like panicking. Okay. That moment, multiply that by 1,000, 1,000,000. Okay. When your kid has something serious like cancer, like that, you don't know, and a very rare, kind of cancer that's aggressive like this, dude, I wouldn't be able to keep it together. But I will say, if there's anybody, Tiffany has, and I've always, known this about her, she's got a really good understanding when it comes to medical stuff. So, like, that's a great advantage, for him and for her, because a lot of people don't understand this kind of stuff. And it's like, it's very overwhelming when you're going through it with somebody and the doctors are talking to you, but she has a very, very good understanding about medical shit and how it works. And so that's going to help her and him in the long run. Here's where my compassion comes into play. Even if it hurts, she's angry for a reason and she's taking it out in the world, hurting a lot of people along the way, whatever it is she needs to. Who's that, Sarah? As the holiday approach. Oh, Mercedes, girl, I'm sorry. I know, girl. This year is it's gonna be hard for a lot of people. I'm getting I'm getting that not depression, because 9 years later I have to pull myself together. I still miss my mom every single day, every day, but it's just I can't help but think about her this time of year. Only in a few days it'll be 9 years, which is crazy because I can't believe 9 years passed. Today's the 17th, yeah, on the 20th. It just sucks. Thank you, Mama Bear. You'll get through it, Mercedes girl. You get through your first one, and then you get through your second one, and then as the years go on, it becomes easier and easier. And unfortunately, you have to just get used to it. It sucks, but he has a very good advocate, that's for sure. Tiffany, hang in there, girl. Make sure you replenish your own well as you help your son getting through this. Well, the good news is she has a very good, very, very good supportive family around her, Tiffany. I know that for sure. He does and she does. She's got a good support system around her. Very, very caring people surrounding her. So I'm just praying for him. I really am. That is just one thing I just can't wrap my head around. I am under care at this time of year. The sadness, depression washes over me. This is a hard time of year for so many people for various reasons, whether it's oh my God, Jules, December 22nd. Oh, that's like 2 days before Christmas. Or 3 days. That's rough. I mean, this is just a hard time of year. It doesn't matter when you lost somebody, you're always going to be missing your loved one. Knowing that, I don't understand how people like that could even sleep at night. Who's that? Yeah, God bless Tiffany and her son, that's for sure. I just want to see a miracle happen. No, dude, I'm sorry. This is just what makes you question your faith in God, because you're like, why would you make children go through this? I mean, why would you make anybody go through this? But why? Why a child? You know what I'm saying? Me too, depression. I think a lot of people get depressed this time of year, and it's hard. And you know what? You got to really think hard to just think of the things that make you happy. You know what I'm saying? I try to, like, when I was going through, bad grief at the time, I kept trying to just think, like, I gotta do this for my son. You know what I'm saying? I gotta like make Christmas good for him, even though I don't want to do any of this shit right now because I feel horrible. I can't deprive him because I'm sad. So I, did the best I could. Did the best I could. Yes, yes. I won't go into details. Yes, for Nana. Prayers for Nana. I'm having more moments of tears for sure. Having to put her mom's cat down. Aw, I'm sorry, girl. We're on top of the mountain right now. I wish I could share on YouTube. I try to protect him so much. Once he gets to remission, he's got this. Please, I know we both talked to Alicia, so if anything, Tiffany, I just want to, I'll get updates from her because I'm sure you have tons of people, but I just want you to know I always think about you. I always think about, what you're going through. It'll just hit me at random times, and especially if I see your name or anything. I mean, my heart's with you. It just fucking sucks that you even have to be going through this at all. I didn't believe God. I took Jesus off the wall, lost my faith in everything, but I watched so many miracles take place with him, I believe. Oh, man. It's so hard, dude. I'm telling you, I never questioned God so much in my life than when I watched my mom have cancer, dude, because I'm like, this can't happen to people if there's a God. And I still don't know. I still, obviously I'll never know for sure, right? Until I die. But I try to keep my faith alive because I try to tell myself there's a reason everything happens, even the bad things that we go through in life. There's a reason it's happening. And we might not know that reason until way later, I hope that there's some type of afterlife when we die, right? That our spirit goes to. I don't think that we just die and that's it. At least I don't want to think that. So there has to be, a heaven or something. There has to be something, right? Past what we're living right now. Because what is the whole point of all this then? All this stuff that we go through or being here. So I still try to keep that faith alive in my head that there's something more, we go on to do something more in this world. And everything that happens to us, good and bad, is for a reason. Even if you can't figure that reason out, I might never figure it out, but it happens for a reason. Whether it's to make you stronger, whether it's to teach you something in some way, I don't know, or maybe to push you to help others. I don't know. I don't know what the message is. I don't know what the reason is, but there's a reason that everything happens. I believe in God is within him. He is the closest I have ever seen to God. Oh my God. We are made of energy. Science teaches us that energy never dies. It only changes form. That's what I'm saying. Like there's something that happens, right? When you die, your energy has to go somewhere else, right? It has to. And I'm telling you, the signs I used to get from my mom, especially like in the first couple of years of her passing, there's no other fucking way to explain it than that my mom gave me these things, right? There were certain things that happened along the way in my journey that there's no other way to explain that. It was either my mom or my dad, one of them. One of them was looking out for me. One of them was putting things in front of me and helping me with things that I otherwise would not have seen without their intervention somehow. And so I felt like they were still guiding me in some way. And it's crazy, right? It sounds crazy, but I'm like, they have to like still like, they're just not around in the same form, but they're around. They're still around. Their presence is still around. Going to be 4 years this December. My mom passed 5 days before Christmas. Oh my God, why so many people are losing people before Christmas? I'm so sorry. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. No. Tiffany, miracles happen every day, and I know David is going to beat this. Prayers work. That is so true. So true. Miracles do happen. And the younger you are, the better, the younger you are, right? The better your attitude, the more chance you have of beating this. And that we're just going to pray that that he goes into remission. For good. For good. At this point, you know, he's getting this new treatment. You got nothing to lose. You got everything to gain. And I hope to God it works out. God calls his angels at this time for the next birth. And I'm not like super religious. I don't know what I believe, to be honest. I believe that there is a spirit. You know, there's spirits, there's energies, and it's true. I'm not into like the religious stuff, but there's definitely spirits. I'm telling you. I do believe that when we die, we come everywhere. And I know my mom wants to kick me in the butt, and you'll get on with it, but I'm not ready yet. I can't explain it. My mom definitely wants to kick me in the ass because she's probably like, you told me you were going to quit smoking. I think about it all the time. All the time. Doesn't mean the world. Anytime, Tiffany. We can't, you know, YouTube stuff is bullshit. When it comes to like real life serious stuff, you know, no. You know, I don't care what happened. Your kid is way more important. Your kid's health and his life is way bigger, right? And more important than any of the stupid shit we, you know, talked about each other on YouTube. This is a way bigger thing. Way bigger thing. And it's not even just showing you Grace. It's just mother to mother, okay? And especially the fact that we were friends at, you know, a point in time. I'm always gonna have that little care for people that I was close with at some point in time. So to know that, you know, I don't want it. We've had so many conversations about our kids and our personal lives, to know that, and I know how much you love your son, and like how good you take care of him and how close you guys are, and to know that he's, you know, going through this, I can't even wrap my head around it. Moms will always be there no matter what. Crap don't matter. Caring matters, and she does. Laura probably could fuck off because of what she did to my family, but anybody else that was going through anything like this, like, I don't care what you said about me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. If you didn't feel for her, you would be a Laura. Well, yeah. I don't know if Laura has feelings about, I don't know. I smell my mom sometimes, too. Isn't that weird? I smell my grandfather a lot, which is so weird. But one day, I think people in Discord might know this. I was standing in my kitchen, dude, and all of a sudden, I got the strongest scent of my dad's cologne. And it just came out of nowhere. There was nobody, like, there was nothing that would have, like, caused this smell. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, he was around. He was definitely there in the room with me. Because I fucking smelled his cologne so strong. Hey, Ash. And I was like, what the fuck? Hey, Ash, I was in Five Below the other day, and they had a really mini, Grinch tree in there. I was pretty shocked by what Laura said because I've always cared about her kids and never wished ill on any of them. You know what? Her excuse is that, oh, you said that, you know, she faked her cancer, which I said, you know, at the time when you were saying that, I was like, all right, come on. But, all right, that is not even close to the same. I don't know. To me, when it comes to people's kids, just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just when it comes to somebody's kid, as a mother, all right, you should understand that kids are more important than anything. My son's more important than any fucking thing in my life. More important than myself, more important than my dog, more important than my husband. He comes first over everything. Everything, right? So I brought him into this world, dude. I carried him in my body. He's, you know what I'm saying? That's my responsibility until I die. That's my responsibility, that kid. So I don't know how you can, as a parent. Well, there's no situation where Laura is a bigger person ever. Let's just be honest. She's incapable of ever being the bigger person in a situation. You know what I'm saying? completely incapable of being a bigger person and just saying, you know what? Yeah, you said this about me, but I'm still sending prayers to your kid. Okay? She cannot fucking get over things. At the end of the day, dude, these are just words on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Words. But this is somebody's real life. This is somebody's real life that's being affected right now. You know? Who doesn't deserve this? Okay? Who didn't do anything to deserve this in this world. Nobody should have to go through any kind of sickness like this. So, you know, you put your bullshit aside. I don't give a fuck if somebody said you faked it, you didn't fake it, whatever. It doesn't matter. Again, it just goes down to her immaturity, where she can't do that. She cannot fucking put things aside ever and just be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, you said shit about me and I said shit about you, but, you know, I'm praying. I'm praying. I don't care what anybody. Right. If it's your kid, all bets are off. It's over. I don't care what you said about me. If I hear your kid is suffering, I don't give a fuck what you said. I don't care. I will offer you prayers, because no kid should have to go through that. And no mother should have to watch her kid go through that. Ever. I know. Yeah. I heard Laura say you know what that was, Ash? That was right after she's like, oh, she's not a good mom about me. And I'm like, really, Laura? Really? Really? First of all, I haven't talked to you in I don't know how many fucking years. But I don't know what I've done to make you think that I'm not a good mom. Why? Because I don't like cooking? Is that your excuse, Laura? Or is it because my son was a little hyperactive when he was, how old was he at the time? 7? That means I'm not a good mom? Because I was a hyperactive kid too. And guess what? My mom was fucking amazing, dude. So, I was a very hyperactive kid. Very, very hyperactive. So, guess what? It doesn't matter, dude. But what exactly makes me a bad mom, Laura? Please, you know, fill me in. Or is it because I have a husband that, you know, also parents my kid and lives with me? Is that why I'm a bad mom, Laura? A bad mom. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just a mom. I don't think I'm a great mom. I don't think I'm a horrible mom. I'm just a mom. That's really what it is. I made a commitment to a kid when I had him, okay? When I gave birth to him, and everything I do is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's not good or bad. It's what I'm supposed to be doing to take care of him, because that's what you do when you have a fucking kid. I don't need accolades. I don't need pats on the back. I don't need anybody telling me I'm good, bad. I don't fucking care. The only person I care about their opinion is my sons, to be quite honest, and my husband's, you know? But I'm pretty sure if I was a shitty mom, Laura, my husband wouldn't be married to me for fucking over a decade. So, pretty sure we wouldn't still be married if he thought I was a shitty mom. So, she's jealous of you. Don't take it personal. Don't even give it breath. Laura doesn't know what a good mom does. She doesn't know. She doesn't know what. It's not even about being a good mom or bad mom. It's just about being a mother. You do everything you can to make your kids happy. Okay? That's it. That's what mothers do. That's not a good mom. That's just a mom. That's what you fucking do as a mom. He was there with you. Hold on a second. He was getting his T cells put in the hospital room. Turned on and off. Whoa, get out of here. Yeah, definitely. It was her. That shit don't... See? Like, shit like that, that does not... That's somebody letting them know, hey, hello, I'm here with you. I'm here. Just like when Jesse was a baby, his toys used to, like, randomly just go off. And I'm like, that's my dad telling me that... There was one toy, specifically, I don't remember exactly which toy it was, but there was one that I remember. I, like, fucking took the batteries out, and this thing was still fucking making noises. And I was like, dude, something's up here. This thing's possessed. But I'm like, somebody's here with me. Somebody's here with me. The creepiest thing that ever happened, this was crazy. The night I had Jesse, right? I came home from the hospital, and it was my first night home. And I remember I finally got him to like settle down and lay down. And I go outside. I have a picture of it somewhere. I go outside on my porch. I go smoke a cigarette. And all of a sudden, dude, fucking weirdest thing. This purple balloon, literally, this is at like 2:30 in the morning, okay? I probably woke up to feed him and then went, was like up. So I went to go smoke a cigarette and put him back down. I come outside. Dude, this purple balloon just floats into my porch, like from nowhere. And I'm like, what the fuck? The first thing in my head I thought was like, oh my God, the movie It. This was obviously long before that movie, the newer one came out. But I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Why is there a random balloon? And I remember I posted the picture of it on Facebook and everybody's like, oh, it's your dad welcoming the baby. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of that, but you're probably right. The girl that used to get about me about running the water my whole life. I looked at my mom. She said nanny at the same time. See? That was like at my mom's funeral. The lights kept flickering at her house. And I was like, everybody was like looking up like, what the fuck? Then it started happening at the funeral home. That was the weird part. It happened at my mom's house when we went there between the viewings. And then we go back to the funeral home and everybody's about to leave for the last time that night. And the lights start flickering on and off. Not like on and off, like blinking, like just flickering. Like there was like an energy in the room, that they were getting like dim and then bright and then dim and then bright. It was fucking crazy. She's an asshole. She dogs on Brittany on being a mother. It's disgusting. No one did that to her like she's doing to Brittany, and she doesn't even know her and runs with lies she hears. Yeah, how does she even know? See, like, that's what I'm saying. Dude, how does she even know Brittany's a good mom or a bad mom? She doesn't fucking... Do you live with her, Laura? Shut the fuck up. You never had a conversation with her. I could say I know Tiffany is a good mom. Why? Because we used to sit on the phone all the time and talk. And I've never said Laura's a bad mom, ever. I don't think Laura's a bad mom. She obviously, raised her kids. She has good relationships with her kids for the most part, right? And I don't look at her as a bad mom. Does she make decisions that I personally wouldn't, she does things that I personally wouldn't do? Yeah, but I feel like that you could look at anybody and say that. Would I put a lock on my refrigerator to, control my child's eating habits? No. Do I think that makes her a bad mom or, anything? I don't know why I still have this page up. No, I don't think that. I just think that she's a mom, who maybe isn't perfect, just like the rest of us. But I would never go to say, oh, Laura, you're a bad mom. You shouldn't even fucking care. Honestly, if it's a fucking stranger on the internet thinks of you as a mother anyway, because nobody can see in your house what you're doing with your kids. So, hey, I'm praying for you, your son Tiffany, and you. Hey, Tyra. I love that everybody's like in here, even though it's been like years of like people. I really do. I know it sounds crazy, but I wish like everybody could just get along. Like, there's people on here that I'm just like, dude, like, why are we all fighting? You know what I'm saying? There's some people on here that I know will just, like, hate me forever, and that's cool. But, like, why can't everybody just get along at the same time? I know it's kind of, like, crazy because just human behavior. Not everybody's going to get along. But I like that there's everybody in here from different places, people that have maybe had, issues with each other. At the end of the day, we're kind of like one big dysfunctional internet family, right? But I like that everybody could be in here coexisting at the same time. It is, right. Everybody's better together. It is. YouTube is so insignificant. Issues we have online are not all that important. No, and that's what, I mean, like, when we and you were friends, it was during COVID, okay? We were deep in the doo-doo here, deep in the drama of everything, okay? We both got sucked in deep to the drama. And I just kind of, like, here I am, how many years later, I'm just like, like, I don't have time for it. And I feel like Laura, she's still very deep invested in the drama, And I'm just like, like, that's, like, it just sounds so exhausting to me. To be that deep in it, fighting with people on from other communities and, you know, what, like, Laura's hatred towards this girl, Brittany, I don't even understand it, because I'm like, you were never even fucking friends with her, Laura. Like, what the fuck? Like, the girl never did anything to you. What did she do? Even last night, she did this whole live stream about this guy, Seth Rogers, and I'm like, why are you being so hateful towards this man? You don't have to watch him. Just don't watch him. Like, her hatred, she's like, I'm bitter. And she must have said that like 100 times, that she's bitter towards this guy. And I'm thinking, like, why? Why are you so bitter towards this complete stranger that you don't know, whose kid's missing? Why would you feel this way about it? I really think Laura Cole CPS sealed the deal for extreme hatred, also because you had every reason to believe it was me. Yeah, but you know what? She's fucking... She's horrible, dude. BJ didn't give her attention, so she flipped. Yeah, she was up her ass for quite a while trying to defend her, and when that didn't work, she went about. Laura's still building her empire of dirt. My empire of dirt. Seriously. You don't have to like the man his child is missing. Have some damn respect and empathy. I just don't even understand. I'm like, what was the point of this? What was the point of you even going live to criticize this guy whose kid's missing? And she's like, she must have brought up 100 times that he was drunk. And I'm thinking in my head, dude, if my fucking kid was missing, I'd be drunk. I'd be everything. Okay. If my kid was missing for 2 fucking years, I'd be probably drunk too. Why are you shaming this man? Even if he was drunk, who gives a fuck? What, is he not a grown man? Is he not allowed to drink? I'm not a big fan of the guy by any means. I think he's a little weird, but like, I also don't watch him, and I would never, you know, just go live just to rip him for no reason. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of her doing this? Like, I can't even understand why you would even do this. It's so weird. So fucking weird. She's like, I'm bitter towards him. I'm like, really? Like, you don't even know the guy. What do you mean you're bitter towards him? I think Laura's just bitter in general. I think she's just bitter towards men in general and hates men. She's got hardcore penis envy. Hardcore. And I think she's just a bitter person in general. But I'm like, why are you bitter towards this man? He didn't do anything to you. It just doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, okay, I don't get it. I don't get your anger towards this random guy whose kid's missing. You know, the holidays are approaching. I don't know if Laura ever, you know, thought this. I didn't watch his live, but when you're going through something this time of year that's supposed to be happy and cheery and, you know, great, it's not easy when you're going through shit. It's not easy when you lost somebody and you're wishing that they were there. Does she even think about that? You know, does that even go through her head? Does he make donos? Maybe. I don't know. I didn't even know the guy went live. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is probably a really hard time of year. And not everybody has friends, you know, that many friends that they could maybe express this to. So he went live. What's the big deal? Because her subs are now people who hate Brittany and Seth, period. That's why she did it. And she knows that's why. Well, that's pretty sad. Because I thought she was like, oh, you know, it's really funny. I just find it funny coming from her of all people. Because she's the one who's like, oh, I don't talk about people every day. I don't talk about them. I don't. And here you are, girl. Every live you've done, that girl Brittany's mentioned. You talk about her pretty much the whole entire life that you do. Okay? So don't sit there and be like, oh, you know, this one's obsessed. Then you're obsessed with Brittany. But according to your definition, you're obsessed with her, Laura. You are. You are bent on this chick. And I don't even know why, because the girl never did anything to you. Never fucking said anything to you. Oh, she called you a CPS call. Well, girl, if the shoe fits, wear it, okay? It's the truth. It's not like she's lying about you. She said you're a CPS caller. You are. It's not a lie. Yeah, I don't think she has true anger either. She keeps saying no one is a member anymore. She has no support. It's all for views. Yeah, she's right. It's fake outrage. She's not fucking mad about anything. You know, we know Laura when she's actually mad versus when she's saying she's mad and she's really not. You know, it's like a fake thing being done for attention. oh, I'm so offended. Just like she was so offended by what that Cluminati chick said the other day when I'm like, Lord, you have said 10 times worse than that. And you do it on a regular basis. I don't watch the girl Cluminati, but I mean, I'm sure, I don't know, she could be just as vile as Laura, but I don't know. You know, it's like, girl, come on. Who are you kidding here? You've said some pretty fucking terrible shit yourself. All for views and money. That's right. Laura needs to cover what is important to her and what she has true passion for and forget about the money. When I would go live, it was to talk about what I thought was important. I don't think she has. I remember having a conversation with her about this because she told me that she wasn't passionate. And Tiffany, you probably remember this too, because I think we all discussed it, where she was basically saying that she wasn't passionate about true crime anymore. And I'm like, okay, so then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not passionate about something, then like, why are you doing it? Don't do it then. But I remember her saying she couldn't find something that she's passionate about. And I was like, that's really sad. You know, like she was seeking something to be passionate about. And I'm like, you see, like there's so many things that I'm passionate about that I could cover. But I don't think she has anything that she's passionate about. I used to say if you're gonna break people's hearts. Oh my God, it's sad. Yeah, people are a piggy bank. To go to Vegas, because, you know, that's important. Let that girl live her life. However, it's not CPS life to choose or decide. If people want to give her money, oh well. We all know CPS thinks it should go to her to feed her adult children. Well, that's the whole thing. She's like really bent about, I don't know. I can't listen to a lot of it, but I like the live she did, I guess, yesterday. I'm listening towards the end. She's back on talking about the first half of it's her bashing this guy, Seth Rogers. And then towards the end, she's back on, you know, she scammed people for her attorney and da-da-da-da-da. She doesn't have an attorney. I don't know. She's like really obsessed with this girl and this attorney thing. And I'm like, Laura, like really, if I don't know. Why do you even care? You know what I'm saying? If people want to give their money to this girl because they think she's putting it towards a lawyer or whatever, what is different from what you've done in the past? You've tricked people into thinking you were going to fucking hire a lawyer. So you just didn't make as much money. But if you made $6,000, $7,000, you would have kept it all. Yeah, no, they definitely have more money than her. I mean, imagine in a few years retirement, she has nothing at all, spray painted car and chair. Well, that's her own doing. You know? It's like, dude, like you fucking, why do you care if this girl's getting money? Would I give her money? No. But other people, I guess if they want to, who gives a shit? Honestly, at the end of the day. Because she wants to be glorious. I think she's like reliving the Diane thing. Where she's like, oh, we busted out Diane as a St. Jude scammer. She thinks that because people came to Laura's channel after that happened, right? People were kind of like, oh, maybe Laura's a little legit, you know? And we're coming to her channel. I think she's like trying to relive that. Like, I'm going to bust a scammer out and get, you know, money off of that. More people come to my chat. It was about money. Things about it. She said you could wait 20 minutes, always making them wait. Yeah, she always makes them wait. They always have to sit around waiting. And she was complaining about him asking for $20. She's like, oh, I can't wait until this kid moves out of the house. I'm like, wow, dude, really? Because, like, I don't want my son to move out anytime soon. Well, he's so young, but I'm just saying. Like, the thought of it makes me upset. I, like, get upset that he's in middle school. I'm like, oh, my God, he's growing too fast. Please make it slow down. Like, I was looking at him today walking to the car, and he looks like a teenager. Like, he doesn't look like a little kid anymore. He's a teenager. He's almost as tall as me, and he's growing, you know, really quick. Like, he fits in. I bought pants like 2 years ago. It was like men's sweatsuit. It was for the Islanders, but I'm never gonna wear it. So I said, you know, the other day, I'm like, here, see if it fits you, because I'm not gonna wear it ever again. And he put it on, and my pants fit him, and I'm like, oh my God, he's getting so big. Like, I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, he's like a teenager now. Like, he's not like a kid anymore. He's a teen. He's a fucking teen. Goes so quick, dude. I begged him to stay. Laura had lots to say about that too. Normal moms want their kids to leave, don't want their kids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, if I could keep my son home through college, I'll take him. I'll take him. I don't want him going away to college and getting in trouble and God forbid something to happen. You know what? I'm a worrywart too, so maybe that's why I'm a little bit of an overprotective helicopter parrot. We were in the mall the other night and he's like, you know, my friends walk around the mall alone. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I don't. I'm like, well, you never asked me, but I said, I would let you walk around with your friends, but not by yourself. Like, I'd drop you off at the mall completely alone, which I don't think he would want to do anyway. But I was like, that's what we used to do when we were young. We used to hang out at the mall. Our mall's bumping over here. Other malls are closing down all over, but ours is doing quite good. Laura, yes, only thinks of herself. And she'll expect her kids to take care of her financially. That's how she's going to survive. That's why she's so concerned about her kids getting good educations and everything. So they could make money and take care of her when she's old. That's her fucking logic. She's so fucking gross, dude. I'm just sick of hearing her fucking talk about what she did to my fucking family like it's no big deal. Shut your fucking mouth, Laura, seriously. And just accept the fact that you're a fucking dirty CPS caller. I don't give a fuck that it was 4 years ago. You still did it, okay? I just found out about it a year ago, and you can fuck all the way off with that shit. She'd be in a home if she was my mom. I would fucking leave her flat on her ass if she was my mom. Turkey from the school, not even sure if I'll be able to cook it or not. Jeez. Feed my kids. Who the hell are you to take food for my kids' mouths? Who? Oh, Laura. Yeah, she's always saying that. It's going to be slim pickings here this year as well. Hey, well, according to Trump, I think a lot of people are going to have tough times these holidays. Yeah. Well, according to Trump, you could go to Walmart. You know, they lowered their price because it's all great value now. But they do have, I think. All right, Tiffany, I'm praying for you, praying for your son, and just really hoping everything works out. What do you call it? Supposedly the meals were cheaper, but it's not so much cheaper. They put less stuff in it. But I do know that they put together they do put together, I guess, a Thanksgiving thing. We don't eat turkey here, so nobody likes it in my house, thank God. So I'll be making probably something Italian, which I always do, which is still expensive. But we're going away right after Thanksgiving, so I don't know. It's gonna be tough this year. I think we're leaving the day after on Black Friday. Are we? Oh my God, that would suck. Driving on Black Friday. I'll tell you what though, I went to the outlets yesterday, and dude, just to get into the Uggs outlet, there was a fucking line just to get in the store. I couldn't believe it because I was like, oh, I guess the economy isn't doing that bad. I couldn't believe how packed the outlets were yesterday because I'm like, it's not even Black Friday yet, and it was fucking packed. I mean, hold on, I'm gonna switch to my phone because I gotta let the dog in and I need another coffee. How do you do this again? Hey, how do you work this thing? Oh, what the fuck? Where's my... Oh, here it is. Alright. Let me, switch myself here. Christmas DIY videos. I made a few, Mandy. There's a few, I put on there. I was gonna do another one. I made this, wreath, but I don't know. I didn't really know what I was doing. Hold on. Alright. I didn't know exactly, like, what I was doing, so I was like, I shouldn't really make a video when I don't have a plan. I mean, good turkey when I'm not hammered and grieving. Last year, my best friend came and, got the kids and I burned the turkey too crisp. Oh, man. Yeah, that's no fun. I think I am positive for COVID. Uh-oh. I'm a turkey baby. I was born on Thanksgiving. Oh, get out of here. I have a lot of family that has birthdays this time of year. Oddly enough, November is probably in my family one of the November and I think June are like 2 months in my family that there's like tons of birthdays. So I have a couple of family members that their birthday ends up on Thanksgiving because, you know, when they were, whatever, it always changes every year. It changes. I don't like the turkey. I don't either. I don't enjoy it at all. We went to our friend's house last year for Thanksgiving, which was like, oh my God, it was so awesome. Because it was like, I didn't have to cook. It was great. I mean, I brought something over, obviously, but we went over and hung out with our friends. It was great. I was like, oh, I don't have to clean any dishes. But this year we're going to have to probably stay home because we're going to be leaving the next day early in the morning. Oh, no, no. I think we're leaving Saturday. We're only going away for a day, but still. I got to pack, do laundry. That's what I'll be doing on Thanksgiving. I'll be packing and doing laundry. Oh, no, I just realized Ovi's not going to be here on Thanksgiving. Oh, I didn't say that. You didn't hear me. I'm going to have to drop him off, I think, Wednesday. No. Oh, my God, I'm losing my mind. It's coming. I really don't care if I ever have another Thanksgiving. That's how I felt, Sarah, when my mom passed away. It was 2 days before Thanksgiving that year. And I'll never forget sitting in the hospital. And my brother's like, yeah, he's like, we want to have the funeral because, Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm sorry. It might have been 3 days before Thanksgiving. I don't know. Thanksgiving was that week. And my brother's like, we got to have the funeral because Thanksgiving's coming. I'm like, Thanksgiving? Like, I'm like, I don't even fuck. Who gives a fuck about Thanksgiving? Our mom just died. Like, I'm not even thinking about turkey or Thanksgiving right now. I don't give 2 fucks less about fucking Thanksgiving right now. So I had 1 day to prepare for my mom's funeral, because he just he didn't want anything to ruin his Thanksgiving. I know it wasn't him. It was his wife, probably because she's like big into that shit. But I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you want to bury our mom quickly so that you could eat turkey? Like, I don't know. I just couldn't wrap my fucking head around it because I'm thinking, dude, like, I would like some time to prepare to give her like the proper send off, like at least a couple of days. I was thinking, all right, we're going to have her funeral after Thanksgiving, not just for my own benefit, but there's a lot of family that lives out of state and friends that live out of state that might want to come in to pay their respects. Shouldn't we give those people time to like book flights and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of days at least. It's a busy time of year, like they might need a couple of days for travel. No, he wanted to they didn't care. They just wanted to have their Thanksgiving. I was like, I can't even believe you're thinking of Thanksgiving. I stayed home that year. And my husband went to his brother's house. And I was like, I was exhausted. I mean, I only had a day to prepare, 24 hours to prepare for my mom's funeral, 2 days of her funeral, and the next day was Thanksgiving. So by the time her funeral was done, I hadn't slept really. And I was just like, I couldn't even think of it. I actually sat at her house on Thanksgiving by myself. By choice, I did it. Because I was like, I just couldn't even think of socializing with people or anything. I was so exhausted. And it was just, yeah. And I was never a big Thanksgiving fan. The only thing I love about Thanksgiving is the parade in the morning. Even though it's so corny, I don't know. There's something about waking up on Thanksgiving morning and seeing Santa at the end of the parade that I just love still. Because I'm like, that's the only reason I like Thanksgiving. It's the kickoff of Christmas, and I love Christmas. I've already been trying to Christmasify my house a little bit. This is I made this wreath. I'm not really happy 100% with the way it came out, but I don't know. I put all these things on here. So I tied all these branches to make the wreath, but I realized that I went backwards. So mine's going counterclockwise. I think because I'm a lefty and it just felt right to go that way. But really it should be going this way. But anyway, the balls, I made they were regular Christmas bowls that I had that I painted because I wanted to do like a neutral. Even though I like the traditional reds and stuff, I wanted to do a neutral palette. My bow keeps getting smushed because every time I close the door, it smushes into the other door. But anyway, this is so cool that you could even do this. So, you know, like the velvet bowls are like all trendy right now, the ornaments. Well, I painted these with acrylic paint. They were just like extra ones that I had from like years past. And then let that dry. You do like a couple of coats. You could use spray paint, but I'm like a notoriously horrible spray painter. So I didn't want to fuck around with spray paint. I hate spray paint. Like if I could avoid spray paint, I do because I'm really bad at spray painting things. So because I don't have patience. But anyway, so once they dry, you cover them with like Mod Podge and dip them in. If you see, like that one looks pretty good. That one came out good, and this one was all right. It wasn't the greatest. But anyway, hold on. You dip them in baking soda while the Mod Podge is wet, right? You don't dip them. You like kind of sprinkle the baking soda on top of them, and then once it dries, you gotta let it dry for like I don't know a while, and then once it dries, you could brush the baking soda off with like a soft, brush, and it looks velvety. It doesn't feel velvety, but it looks velvety. Because I was looking for like velvet balls, velvet balls, but I couldn't find any in like the size or the colors that I wanted. So I just like picked random neutral colors. I don't know. I was trying to go for like a more, different look. But anyway, that was I made those just, I just wanted to try it. I'm not like really great at making wreaths or anything. And then of course I had to bling it out with my little blingy things. And the only thing I don't like is that I should have bought lights that had a green wire because like I tried to hide the wire, but it was like really hard. So I know the balls. But anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to try something different because I feel like I have so many other wreaths that are like traditional Christmassy wreaths. I saw this really nice wreath on this website called Grandin. I think it's called Grandin Road. Grandin Road. And it was like $200. So you threatened to blow up my house. What? Wait, what? Who the fuck was why tagged for clout? Why would you do that? Dawn, are you sure it's the same person? What the fuck? I also made, hold on. Oh, these are so cute. Oh, somebody's at the back door. I made little mini wreaths. I was going to make them into earrings, but I think they might be too big. That's my friend MM. She's not a real lifer. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's GLM. I'm so confused. Yeah, dude, the wreaths are so much money. Honestly, this wreath only cost me like, I don't know, like less than $10. I only had to buy the lights. I had the ornaments already. I paid $4 for the bow, and then the branches were probably the most expensive part, but I didn't pay for them. But I'm saying if you wanted to pay for them, they would be like $30 for the box to put them together. So, I mean, if you had to pay and buy this, it would probably cost you around, I don't know, $40 to make it maybe with everything. I bought the wreath form from Dollar Tree. I had the zip ties. I had all the other shit. So I really only paid for the lights and the bow and the branches, I guess the sparkly ones. I mean, I bought those, but I used them in like 3 different projects already. And like I made little mini wreaths. Hold on. I'll show you over here because the lighting is probably. It's a little baby. My nails are disgusting right now. Don't mind them. I need to do them, but it's like a little clay. I don't know if I think I might make it like a little mini ornament. All right, out of it. Don't forget, if you go on my website, I'll post pictures. But I got Christmas stuff on there, some earrings. In fact, I'm working on more earrings. I got little Grinches that I'm working on, and some peppermints and gloves. But if you order, you got to get your orders in soon. I know people are asking me to do candles, and I thought about it, but it's just far too late in the season. I should have like done them about a month ago because you have to I would have to test them. And I mean, I did ones last year, but I could use the same vessel and color scent, but I don't even know if I'd have time to make all of them and order them. It's just like too late. Like I was thinking of it the other day. I'm like, by the time I ordered everything and I make my own vessels and I have to I have to make them all myself, it would take me so long to do that, and I don't know if I'd even be able to get them out quick enough. So do I want to tell you what I was doing? Oh, who's fighting? Don't fight. I think you should call the police if that happened. The chat can't help you with that problem. Please stay on topic of the stream. All right. Could you guys just please all block each other? I don't want to have people fighting. I said, I know you're concerned for your friend's mental health. Everyone's always. I don't know who that is. I don't know who tagged for Cloud is, but here's the thing. I don't know what's going on between all you guys, but don't think about this, okay? There might be somebody out there who wants you guys to all be fighting with each other, right? Somebody out there might benefit from you guys all fighting with each other. So don't fall for it. I saw an ornament topiary in a catalog and thought about the DIY one you did. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one. That one. I want to do another one. I don't really like the way that one came out. I feel like, well, it came out all right. It's just, I don't know. I also did a pumpkin one too. Some of the Christmas shit's so expensive, dude. Some of the fucking outdoor shit. Oof. But I just don't want you guys all fighting. Don't fight. Please. Just like you go into Lord's under. I don't like everybody fighting. You guys should all just be friends. When you gave a running commentary, which you say I asked you many times, I didn't want to know. Ay. I have never brought an argument anywhere. I respect her. Come stop your passive aggressive shit. Who's Savannah? Don't spread misinformation. Who is that? Savannah. I don't know who that is. Or at least just tolerate each other. Yeah. We're all friends in here. I don't know what's going on. I have no dog in the fight. I don't know exactly what's going on. God loves me. I don't know who that is. God loves me. I don't know who that is. Was that like an old account? Or somebody that I don't know. I don't know who that is. Capone, I hate nobody. That's you. Oh my God, guys, please don't fight. Don't fight. I don't want anybody fighting. Only they know. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. I just know I don't like it. Can I keep my head? I've been twitching. So listening, I don't want to accidentally block people. All right, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get off here soon. Sorry, it's all good. I just don't know what you guys are fighting about, and I don't think, honestly, like I'm just saying, just think about this. Certain people might be wanting you guys to all be at odds with each other because it benefits them. Just keep that in mind. You guys know whom I might be talking about. that would like to see everybody at each other's fucking throats because that's their favorite thing to do is triangulate and you know, see everybody fighting. We don't want that. Can't we all just get along? Like I said, it was a beautiful thing in the chat just a little while ago. Everybody was getting along, right? People that had previously fought. Look, if me and Tiffany could coexist, right, and be in the same place, anybody can. Because whoever thought, you know, we would be able to, you know, talk nicely with each other. But I really do pray for her son. But you know what I'm saying? If her and I could coexist in the same space and pray for each other, then you guys could get along too. Can't take y'all anywhere, right? I feel like there's so many there's so little left of the community. No, I haven't decorated yet. I've been getting some, you know, things, mostly making things, but I got to get all my stuff down from the attic. Anyway, I still have a pumpkin on my porch. I have a wreath on my door and a pumpkin sitting next to it on my porch because I got to put my Halloween stuff. We were away for, you know, a little bit. So, anyway, I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, there's so little left of like the old community. That's what I was saying, right? That whatever little of us that are left here, we should be able to get along, or at least to the point where we could tolerate each other in chats, right? Or be, you know, be together in a chat. I feel like we're survivors. We all made it. We all made it this far on here, right? We should all be able to like hang out in a chat, which I think people could do. People could coexist in a chat together, even if they don't care for one another. You know, I think that we're capable of doing that at this point. And I give everybody credit who comes in here and, you know, might not get along with one another. You all know my chat's open chat, always has been. Even if you don't like me, you could come in and talk shit. I'm always fine with that. I'm always good with that. Like, I'd rather people come in here and talk shit to me than talk shit to other people. Honestly, you know, because like I'm fine. I hate seeing other people fighting. It sucks. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see, especially people that were all friends, right? You guys all were friends at one time, all had a common bond. It was just like when the ponies broke apart. The ponies, you know, that shit made me sad for real because I was like, all those girls for all those years kept that bond so close to each other, and you know, it's sad to see them all fighting amongst each other and everything. They had a tight bond for so long. So you guys are the same way. You guys were all at one time friends in Laura's Patreon. I don't want to see the fighting, dude, or in her group or whatever. You guys shouldn't be fighting with each other. We're all dumb enough to still be here, right? You know, you guys shouldn't be fighting and at each other's throats. I don't like that. Hold on, I missed your comment, Zero Jules. I could only see one fucking comment at a time. So annoying. Over trivial BS at that. Pick your battles. How come I can't see her other comment? That's so weird. Oh, I never took my tree down last year. Mother went up a week before Thanksgiving. Oh no, Sarah. Sometimes I could see, you know, you just like don't have the energy. I'll be back up the trunk, y'all. Don't make me do it. Uh-oh. Ash putting people in her trunk. What's going on here? She got junk in the trunk. I don't know what the heck I missed here. The ponies broke up. Ash, what do you mean? Like, all right, I don't even know who exactly was in the ponies at this point in time. I guess Starlight, right? You, right? No. like, dude, like the whole thing, even when Diane and Wendy broke up, okay, I didn't even care for Diane at all at that point, right? But I felt bad about it because I was like, dude, they were good friends. Even Randy and Diane were good friends. And I was like, it's sad. Like, nobody wants to see friendships breaking apart that were, friends for years like that. I didn't realize how, like, people get so invested until me and Tiffany, I really think people enjoyed listening to us together. And I swear to God, it was like when me and Laura's friendship broke up, a couple of people got a little salty. But when me and Tiffany stopped talking to each other, dude, I swear to God, I felt like a parent that was getting divorced and the children were like all fucked up. I can't tell you guys how many fucking emails I got from people. I can think of one person in particular, the guy, he's fucking weirdo. I still see this guy. He like wants my attention so bad, fucking, because I see him all over the place, fucking talking shit about me, and I'm just like, dude, you're fucking weird. Okay, you're a fucking weirdo. But he wrote me this like fucking dude, the longest fucking email I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I mean, it was so fucking long, this thing. And like, I was like, dude, like, what? Like, he was like, I don't know, he was fucking broken over this shit. And to this day, he hates me, this guy. And I don't know what the fuck I did to him, and that's fine. He can fucking hate me all day. But I see him like all over leaving like these stupid comments about me. I'm like, oh, really, dude? You weren't saying that when you were fucking emailing me these fucking novels all the time. But okay. I don't know. I think it's a guy. I'm pretty sure it's a guy. He's a fucking weirdo. But anyway, like people were like really fucked up, dude. Like when we stopped talking, I mean, I couldn't believe how many fucking emails I got about it. I was like, wow, I guess like, I don't know, I guess people enjoyed us like together, you know, like talking. Like I felt like so many people were like upset about it. And I was like, whoa, I didn't think this many people were going to be this upset about it. But, it happens. I'll be honest though, when I stopped talking to Laura, so many people were celebrating. They were like, thank God, hallelujah. Like with me and Tiffany it was different. I think people were like sincerely like upset about it. But with Laura, people were like, oh, thank God. I got a lot of emails saying thank God. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a bunch of kids that didn't know what to do with themselves, like which parent they should choose. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't like think that would ever happen, you know? But I was like, holy shit. I mean, one person in particular got, like I said, got really fucking upset. And to this day, he like fucking hates me. And I'm like, oh, all right, dude. I don't know. Sounds like a fucking you problem. Like, I never like talked about this person or bothered them or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're I see them all over the fucking place, shit talking me. And I'm just like, all right, dude, whatever. Like, you're a man who's sorry. My friend was calling me. I gotta call her back because she's called me twice. Well, she called me this morning. Um, Sorry. That's why it kicked me off. I'm on my phone. My friend was calling. I gotta call her back. I have a huge tree in the barn. But anyway, yeah, it was like everybody got very upset when, friendships broke up and uh whatever. It is what it is. But people like got very invested in uh other people's YouTube friendships, which I really fucking find strange in a way. Because I'm like, I mean, but I get it at the same time because I felt sad when certain groups of people, their friendships broke up, because then you're like, oh, I don't want to offend this person if I go in this person's chat, but I still like both of you guys. I hate that feeling, when you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, because I like everybody, everybody that's in here fighting. I like everybody. So I don't ever want to, it sucks. It just sucks. So I kind of get it. At the same time, some people get a little too emotionally and invested and crazy about it. Talking to you, bitch boy. Happy, happy, happy. There, I said his name. That's who I'm talking about. I don't know why I'm not just saying it. That's who I'm talking about. I mostly just ignore him. I've seen him leaving like these fucking long fucking comments about me, and I'm just like, oh man, you fucking hate me, huh? Like, I don't know why, because I didn't do anything to this person. I don't think I did, but I mean, to each their own. But holy shit, he does not fucking like me. I'm like, oh, all right, dude. Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. He's a fucking weirdo. Total fucking miserable should be his name. I don't know. He always was nice to me. I don't know. Like, he started not liking me when Tiffany and I stopped talking, and then he emailed me this long email. It was really long, and then I don't know. And I was always like friendly with him, like talk to him. I don't know. He got fucking mad, and then after that, I see him like on certain channels like leaving comments about me, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what your fucking problem is, but you want to talk about it? Like, you're more than welcome to come in here and hash it out, dude. I don't know what the fucking problem is. But you are one fucking crazy fucking individual. Not crazy. I mean, you're just, I don't know what I did to you is more like it. You know what? Most of the time when people have like those types of anger issues, when you never fucking did anything, that's more about you. I don't even think you're really angry at me, because you're like, really, you have no reason to be angry at me. You're angry about something in your own life, and you're fucking taking it out on me. Because how could you be that fucking angry with somebody like who didn't do anything to you? I don't know. I don't get that shit. But there's a lot of people like that on the internet. Like I always say, never met so many fucking crazy people in my life until I came to YouTube. A lot of fucking crazy people. Well, Mandy, that's the problem. People take on other people's beefs. I don't even have, you know what? I think that person, that happy douche, he might be friends with Tracy. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know who he fucking hangs around anymore. I just know he's a fucking weirdo. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I did to you to make you fucking hate me that much. But I mean, I maybe remind him of somebody in his real life. I don't know. I really don't fucking know. But I'm like, if you sit back and think about it, what the fuck did I do to you exactly? Like that, and especially for a guy, I think it's really even fucking more weird. This is a grown man. This isn't like another woman in like, women's drama. It's a grown ass man, I think, in women's drama. I'm like, all right, dude. Okay. Yeah. It's not even women's drama. There is no drama. Just he takes any chance he can to like write shit, negative shit about me. I'm just like, dude, I really don't fucking care. I don't know. You could have your opinions, but I don't have to fucking give a shit. I think like he wants me to like, respond in some way. I think he's looking for the attention, and I honestly, I've seen probably like 100 comments, and this is the first time I think I've ever mentioned it on here, because I try hard to just ignore it. I see it. I'm like, I'm not gonna fight with some guy on the internet, dude. It's kind of fucking not my thing. Sorry. Like, you don't have to like me. I don't, there's no law. You definitely don't have to like me. You could have your opinions all day. I'm thankful he hasn't been around though, so you don't have to show who. Happy, crappy, crappy. I'm like, dude, you really need, like, if you have a name like that, I'm just saying, if your name is gonna be happy, like, that's a high standard you're setting for yourself. Just like Tracy the Truth. I'm like, girl, you really should think about changing your fucking name, because the last thing you tell is the truth. You know? I'm just saying. The last fucking thing you tell is the truth. So, just like she's like, oh, I didn't accuse you of being that account. I'm like, Tracy, make your fucking mind up, dude. What's going on here, honey? Am I the fucking troll account? I couldn't think of what she was talking about. And then somebody wrote it in my comments. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, Tracy makes this post about, don't think it's lost on me, Mega Mobster. I can't talk like her right now. Leanne, that every time her and I talk about each other or something, that a troll account pops up. And I'm like, somebody wrote, and I forgot about this, but I was like, I wonder if this is what she was referring to. Somebody came, I think it was in my chat one time, and it was her son's name with like a U-Haul truck or something. And I don't know if that's what she's referring to, but I'm like, okay, that was one time. And I remember she got really upset with me, but I'm like, Tracy, I didn't know what your fucking son's name was. Like, to me, it was just a random name in the chat. I have no idea, never cared about her son. No offense. Like, I care. Obviously, I wouldn't want to see anything happen to him, but I don't care in the sense that I would know his name. I've never heard Tracy say her son's name on here. I don't know. I always heard her refer to him as, my son. That's it. So how would I know that account, when there's so many fucking random names in here, how would I know that account was like directed at you? I don't know who, and obviously it wasn't me because I'm fucking live. So but I was like, oh God, Corey, please don't summons her back. We don't need her. I think he hates me more than you, Wait, he hates you too? Happy, crappy. Wait, Ash, he hates you too? I see his comments. I'm like, I even like the shit he's writing. What did he write one time? I don't know. I'm a narcissist and da da da. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm like, I mean, I guess there's worse things you could call me, but I'm definitely not a narcissist. But I mean, like, you could have your fucking opinion about it. That's cool. Like, all right, dude. Like, you would think we were like, I don't know, something at some point in time. So I'm like, well, I don't know what this guy's problem is. I just don't. I'm like, what did I do to you? Well, there's a couple of people like that on here, like Burgundy Blue. What did I do something to you personally? Because stop trying to act like you give a fuck about Laura or Molly Golightly. Okay, stop. Just stop. You don't fucking care about those people. I'm sorry, but I just don't believe that you would be that angry with somebody that you would dedicate all this time, right, and energy towards somebody if they didn't do something to you personally, or you don't feel like they personally did. If they did, then I guess something's fucking wrong with you. Because I don't know, man. I never fucking did anything to if it's the person I think it is, then I didn't do anything to them, but called them what they were, fucking stalker. Because I mean, once you start mailing shit to people's houses, it's a little fucking much, dude. He followed me all over for years, trying to tell everyone how terrible I am. He said once, he wanted to watch me bleed out in Hockey Mom's chat. He would email creators, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? Elevated truth to change. I don't know that guy. Ash, that's like, yeah, I think he has some anger towards women. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. I just like, he went from being cool with me, and then when me and Tiffany stopped talking, all I seen was him talking shit about me. And I'm like, all right, he likes Tiffany. That's cool. Like, that's fine. I kind of expect that to happen. But like, still to this day, he's like very angry in what he writes about me. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. Did I do something to you? Like, because I don't remember doing anything to you. Except for respectfully disagreeing with him, because he was very upset when Tiffany and my friendship broke up. And I tried to explain to him, respectfully, that it's my decision on who I want to have in my life and not have in my life. And you don't know the whole story. And I don't want to have to, I shouldn't have to explain myself to you. I don't know if that's what I did. I don't know. I really don't know. His name should be Terrible Troller. Who is that? Elevated Truth. I don't even know that person at all. I wish she would have been able to know who sent it. Who's that? Oh, I think that was the girl Christina. 100%. That girl Christina. If it wasn't her, it could have possibly been somebody in my real life, because it always weirded me out that there's no postmark on it, on the package. It was just like they like put enough stamps on it. Whoever it was must have been familiar with the post office, because like, who would even know to do that? But apparently, if you put a bunch of stamps on something, and as long as it covers the postage, you could throw it. Well, that's what my friend also told me this. The work, she's a postal inspector. Like, so if you throw it in one of those like blue mailboxes, apparently it doesn't get postmarked, or it could potentially not get postmarked. They could hand cancel the stamps, which you could see somebody did, because there's a black line through it. According to Tracy and some other people, I sent it to myself. I'm like, why would I send myself a tongue? Like, why would, like, make that one make sense? I don't know. I don't understand anybody who thinks I would do that to myself. I'm like, why would I send a tongue to myself? And then wait, not only would I send it to myself, but I would send it to myself, not tell anybody about it, right? Because I got it in May. The thing was delivered to my house in May, and I didn't talk about it on here until July. So 2 months went. So I sent it to myself, and then I didn't tell anybody about it for 2 entire months. Okay, that makes sense, Tracy. And if Tiffany was in here, she would know, because I was on the phone with her when I got it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? But I'm like, why would it? And then a lot of people think Laura sent it to me. I don't think Laura sent it to me. We were friends with each other at the time. So I don't think she sent it to me. So that leaves really only one person. And given the fucking condition of the box, if you looked at that girl, Christina, okay, at her videos, she lived in like a house that looked like it was in like a time warp. Like, she had like all her furniture looked like it. And then I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just saying it because it's true. It was like thrifted looking furniture, like hand-me-down furniture. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got it from her grandma's house or some shit. And if you looked at the box and the packaging and the roses, everything looked like it was secondhand. Like, it was bought from like like she found the box at the thrift store, probably the tongue itself and the fucking packaging, right, was old. It was like an old envelope that they don't even make anymore. The USPS, US, right? USPS. And then the stamps too. I'm like, who the fuck uses stamps anymore? I don't know. I guess people do. But I'm like, so they put enough stamps on it, threw it in a fucking mailbox, and they just hand canceled it. They manually canceled the stamps out with a marker, although they didn't really hit the stamps. But all they have to do is just mark them, and they can't be used again. That's what the postal, stamp is. It's just weird because most packages have a barcode on them somewhere. Like, even on the bottom, like a little scanned barcode. Somehow it missed all that shit. But if it wasn't her, then it had to be somebody in my real life. Possibly my brother's wife. I don't know. Who could have fucking dropped it off when I wasn't home. But I don't know. But no, I think I asked my mail girl, and I believe she said she remembered delivering the package. So, yeah. The 1950 gimbals. The box was like so old. Everything was so old. Like it looks like it had been sitting around in somebody's closet for like years. So she likes to send packages. But yeah, I mean, that shit's fucking weird, dude. Even if it was that girl, like, why the fuck are you sending that to my fucking house? I never fucking did anything to this girl. Never fucking did anything to her. She got bent over my grief series one day because I didn't finish it, and then started making these fucking weird videos, which I was like, whatever. I only got annoyed with the videos when she started posting my mom, okay, on Facebook and contacting my brother. I'm like, why the fuck are you contacting my family, dude? Why? You fucking weirdo. What happened? You blocked somebody by accident? But yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I would never think to do that. Oh, I'm gonna send something to somebody's house. Because what a fucking weirdo. That's why you were called a stalker. Or she was called a stalker. Other than that, I didn't do anything except not finish my fucking videos. Sorry. So, yeah. Fucking weird shit. Weird shit. There's fucking crazy people on here. And, that's the risk you take of being even on here, let alone talking about these crazy people. But, even like people who come on here and just do like normal videos, people fuck with them because they're just fucking crazy. There's just crazy fucking people out in this world. But if you're going to talk about crazy people, crazy things are going to happen. The MGL impression videos were hilarious. Oh my God. Your grief series helped me. That's how I found you initially. Get out of here. That was, yeah, they helped me, honestly, like, get through what I was going through at that time. Because even when I made those videos, I still thought I was like, I'm like, oh, I wasn't grieving as bad, but I was like still pretty deep in grief at that point in time. I think I started making them in 2018 or 19, or maybe through both. But my mom died basically in 2000. My mom died at the very end of 2016. So 2017 and 2018, those are the first 2 years without her. Those years, those first 3 years were fucking hard, dude. They were really fucking hard for me. Now, now I'm better. Definitely a lot better. Sorry, misplaced bullshit. What happened? Purple Rain, you don't have to worry about modding. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry for all the shit I talked. I really do mean it. Captain Avi, did you talk shit about me? I don't care. If you talk shit about me, I probably didn't see it. And honestly, I don't care. And thank you, but you don't need to apologize. It's the internet. I don't need an apology from anybody. Honestly, like people talk shit. It's like, shit talk's one thing. I don't care about that. It's never something that hey Ems, I don't hold on to that type of shit talk. It doesn't, I understand why people talk shit. Everybody talks shit. So no hard feelings here for me. I'm not the type of person that holds on to that type of shit. But thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've all talked shit. Shit talk's one thing. When you start contacting my family, fucking mailing me shit, or sending authorities to my house, that's another fucking story. Shit talk I could get over very easily. Wish you and your family the best, MM. I've talked crap as well. We all learn know your culture. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry if I don't recognize your guys' names because it like Like Captain Avi, I do, but some of you guys' names are different on here right now because it's showing the handle, which it never used to do on StreamYards. It always used to show like the name. The handles thing really confuses me. I don't know why they did that. Back in the day, I don't know why they ever got rid of this. I probably talked about this before, but on YouTube, they had Google Plus, right? And it basically worked just like how Facebook works when you tag somebody. So like I don't know why they stopped this because it was a great feature to have. It was a little bit annoying because it was like two separate things, like Google Plus and YouTube were separate, but you were able to tag people. So say like I found a video and I would be like, oh, Purple Rain would love this video. All I had to do was just add her name. You did like plus and then the name or something like that. I think you wrote a plus sign and then the name. And mind you, this is like new. Tagging was like a new thing on the internet. So I did plus and then she would get a notification that I tagged her under the video. And then she would go to my comment. And it was a really great system because like you could tag people or like say if you're in the middle of a conversation or, comment section and you want to like, oh, my friend knows something about this, let me tag them. And then you could add them the same way you could do on Facebook, you could tag or Instagram, you could tag people in like other posts and then they'll get a notification and they'll see the tag. They ended it for some reason around 2014 or 15. I don't know why. And then for the longest time, you weren't able to tag people on YouTube. So then they had the handle thing. But I'm like, what is the handle thing doing? You still can't tag people like the same way, So I don't even know why they added the handle thing. I cannot make sense of. And it's annoying because your handle should have to be the same as your name. Because it's like really fucking confusing. I'm like, why is there like some people's handles aren't exactly the same as their name. So you're like, who is this? If you see just the handle. So now it only shows the handle in the comments. So I'm like, what's the point of having the name then? Why is there two separate things? Either have the handle be the name or just have the name like it always was. Why did we add this handle? I don't get it. Yes, you could tag people now where I don't think you could before, like say in a title, which so many fucking people do, and it's so annoying. I know you could turn it off, but so many people tag you in like the most random bullshit. And I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with me? And why am I being tagged in this? Like, it happens all the time to me. I'm like, I'll see like a mention, which means somebody tagged you. And I'm like, I don't get why I'm even like, why is my name in this? It's weird. But anyway, yeah, I guess that's what it does, but you still can't tag people in comments. So I still don't really fully understand what the point of it is. Like, what did it accomplish? I don't like the chat being in the @ symbols either, because now I'm confused about everybody's names. Obviously, like some of you guys, the pictures and everything you remember, but like I don't remember everybody's pictures and stuff. So some of you guys change your pictures a lot. So it's confusing, to say the least. I don't know why they did that. I really don't. I don't get it. Like some of you guys I totally recognize because your names are pretty much the same as it is. Like obviously Dolls, right? Purple Rain, of course, I know. Sarah, Hope. Who else? Who else is in here? Ems. The same picture. I don't know. It's just really fucking confusing. Oh, Mandy C. Yeah, I remember Mandy C. Mandy C. We go way back. And I'm not saying it's not wrong that people have their handle different. It's just I don't understand what YouTube's purpose was for, doing that. It's so weird. Captain Avi, I remember your name too. I hope someday I could give all my jewelry to my granddaughter. I have so much old stuff and good stuff. I have tons of my mom's, jewelry. Most of it's costume jewelry, but I just discovered a couple of things I had in a bag, and I was like, "Ooh, it's not worth anything." She has a lot of Brighton jewelry, which I don't think really goes for anything. I finally got my name without an extra number in it. I guess the person who trolled with my name deleted their troll account. Oh, get out of here! That's fucking funny. Yeah, the Ash 274 trolls. Oh, where did I see like an old fucking troll? Oh, Somebody sent me a screenshot the other day. Remember the J Mac troll account? Whatever happened to that guy? Not to be confused with Mandy C. Oh, no. Wait, which one's Mandy C? Yeah, costume jewelry isn't worth a damn, Hey, Beefers. Oh my God, what was? Oh, yeah, the J Mac troll account. You ready for this? It's got to be connected. They showed up in a chat the other day with all the fucking troll accounts, the Rachel, the fucking, all these troll accounts, right? That are all connected to the Alicia accounts, the John accounts. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, this person must have the most, they must have like, I don't know, 20 different fucking devices. And the most troll accounts that one person has ever had. Ever. And oddly enough, right? The JMac account shows up in this random chat. I don't even know the person whose chat it was. I forget the name. And guess who shows up in the chat to defend themselves? Oh, it's not me. Guess. I'll give you guys one guess. One guess who shows up in the chat. Happens to show up in this random chat. I don't know the person. I forget the name. And somebody sent me a screenshot. And I'm like, look who shows up in the chat to deny it's her. I'm like, interesting. Yeah. So, she was a loon. Who the fuck was Mandy C? I'm trying to remember. The name sounds so familiar. With an I. Mandy with an I. C. I remember her. I feel like she... Oh my God. I don't know, dude. There's so many people. What happened to Kimmy? Yes, Troutmouth. What happened to Kimmy P and Kimmy C? Are they still around? I really liked Kimmy C. Kimmy C. And what about what's her name? Lexi Lou. Where's she? And that girl Sarah. The fuck was her name? Sarah P. Was it? I don't know. That girl used to flip flop back and forth from liking me to not liking me. Liking me, she would come in my chat, be friendly with me, and then as soon as somebody else didn't like me, she would go follow them. I can't remember. Sarah P. I feel like, or Sarah F. Was it? No, F. Maybe it was an F. Oh, Lexi's still around. I like Lexi Lou. I will always be grateful for Lexi Lou because she was the one who gave me when Oni, the fucking serial swatter, called the police. I don't know how, but she found my call, the dispatch call to my house. Because, Laura and all of them, they were trying to say, oh, you're lying and no cops showed up and blah, 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 blah. And she actually found the dispatch call to my house on Broadcastify and sent it to me. And I'll always be thankful to her for that. I honestly find it hard to believe Laura would close her own Go Get Help troll account because it was cloned. Why would someone clone their own account? Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't think it's Laura Capone. I think it's somebody who's very close friends with Laura or was at one point in time. Or there's only one other person I think that would be capable of doing that. And that's fucking Corey. Crazy Corey. Because it just makes sense that it's her. She admitted it was her, but, she lies. But she might not have been lying. Because she knows that nobody fucking takes her seriously anyway. So she could pretty much say anything. But, that is the only other person that it would really make sense that would be doing that. Oh, I was live, yeah. But they were saying, there was no cops. Molly Golightly, more so than Laura. It was really Molly Golightly who was trying to deny that it happened because she was involved in it. It was her friend. She knew it was going to happen. You guys could watch the live on my channel where she's like, something big's going to happen. Something's brewing. She gave herself away. And at that time, especially back when that happened, I had no fucking enemies on here at all. except her. Like, there was, I hate saying the word enemy. It sounds so stupid, but you know what I'm saying? There's nobody like that would have had a motive to do that to me besides her. You know, I was new. I didn't fucking talk about anybody. So she was the only person I talked shit about. Yeah, I'm going to get blamed for it. So it's pretty obvious she had knowledge. So, like, to distance herself from it because she saw the reaction of everybody, like how fucked up it was, she had to basically, like, you know, deny that it even happened to me because she had to gaslight everybody. Like, oh, she's lying. It never happened. Yeah. I don't think it's Corey. The message I left in my comment section ruled her out. My page, she. Oh, that's a good point, Jules. That's a good point. You're right. Whoever it is, they've been around a really fucking long time and been paying very close attention. I think MJ to do whatever she's going after with a vengeance, Erica Kirk. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Erica Kirk's fucking behavior is fucking strange. Like, I saw a clip of her from an interview she did where she's saying, she's like, you know, I have cameras pointed at me all the time, and I'm like, girl, you're kind of jumping in front of those cameras. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? She's acting like people are following her around. I'm like, girl, you're jumping in front of. I don't know. I just never seen anybody act the way that woman acts. Oh my god, I need that flower pot right now that my neighbor's throwing out. I want to make a giant cup of hot cocoa for Christmas, and that is like the perfect pot for it. Sorry. Anyway. What happened? Oh. Well, don't hold your phone. Just put it down somewhere. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, her behavior is definitely bad. I just like most of the time when these kinds of things happen, the families like, you know, wants privacy. They don't want to be out in the public, which is so understandable. And she's just been like really in the public. It's just her behavior is bizarre at best, but I don't know, you know, everybody I guess acts different when they're grieving. I do think it's very strange, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. But MGL's behavior when her mom passed away was also very bizarre. So, you know, like everybody acts differently. I mean, she could go back and look at her own behavior and, you know, she was on something, and then you know it's funny. I heard a clip of her saying something about she was wearing leather pants. I'm like, girl, you wore leather pants to your mom's funeral. Do you not remember that? And like a top with your titties hanging out. Do you not remember that? Isn't she supposed to be a subservient widow? I don't know. What do you mean whose behavior? Oh, Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife that got shot, the widow of Charlie Kirk. I just like I can't believe how she jumped on camera. And I'm sorry, but that video of her grieving over his casket was very distasteful and disturbing. I just like I couldn't picture exploiting something like that, and that's such a personal moment. Like she was mic'd up, like she had a microphone on, and I'm sorry, that was very strange. If you had to film that shit for your own personal knowledge or I don't know why you would want to remember a funeral, but if you want to have that for your own or your children, you know, I get it. I kind of, but to post it on the line, I think I'm sorry, very strange. Very strange. And her talk, her you know, the God talk to me, I feel like is so overdone, so over the top. It's very, I don't know. It's just, it almost makes it hard to believe. Cause I'm like, dude, there is no problem. Like when people go through horrible tragedies like that, to question your faith in God, I think is a totally normal thing to do. But like she's going in the other direction where it's just like, I don't know. It's odd to say the least. I mean, I feel terrible for the children that they lost their father. At one, thank God in a sense that they're so young that hopefully, it's sad, but like my son, like he was 3 when my mom died, so he doesn't really remember it. I don't even know if he remembers her. He does probably because I talk about her so much, but I don't know if he really has like that strong of memories. You know what I'm saying? I do feel bad. I feel bad, but I don't. I think her behavior is odd as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, MGL couldn't. She shouldn't be. uh, she shouldn't be going after her. I mean, her own behavior was bizarre when her mom was sick and then passed away. So, and again, everybody grieves differently. That's what everybody says, right? They grieve differently, and it's true. You do. It's true. And people react differently. Some people go into like complete denial. I don't know. I don't know the woman enough to say. I just think it's very odd that you would be on camera so quickly. But to each their own. Kids will be affected, not have their dad. JD Vance might be their new dad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I think she's getting through it probably the best she can, keeping busy. Well, yeah, no, I mean, you have to keep busy, but I just like the public appearances with the makeup and the hair and the nails done and the casket thing was too much for me. I mean, especially given what happened, just for your own safety, I would feel like I wouldn't want to go out in public. I mean, I don't know. It's strange. I just in all these years, right, that we've seen things like this happen, I've never seen anybody act like that. And I remember thinking, I remember we were listening to the first video she did after he passed away, and we were in the car, and my son even like picked up on it. He was like, "Mom," he's like, "something's not right." Like, and I was like, I didn't say anything because I don't want to, influence him like that. He said it to me, and he's like, "Mom," he's like, something's not right here, And I'm like, no, I'm like, it's a little weird, like, at his age to be able to pick up on that, something's off. Something's off. The way Candace is reacting is even weirder. Oh, she's way down the rabbit hole. I listened to her lives. I couldn't stand her, but I've been listening to her lives actually for a while. Since I like to hear everybody's perspective, even though I don't agree with it. I like to listen. She's been, she's a little too far down the conspiracy hole. Like, she's telling all her fucking people in her chat to pull their kids out of public schools and private schools and homeschool them. I'm like, listen to this fucking, like, dude, not everybody could do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, you're out of touch with the fucking rest of the world here. Just like, what's that girl, Michaela fucking Negrera, or whatever her name is. She did this, like, I just saw it the other day. You guys know I can't stand that woman, but she did this, like, huge luxury haul. She's like, I blacked out and bought all this Louis Vuitton shit, and somebody added it all up, and it was like a $200,000 shopping spree. And like the comments where people are just like, you're tone deaf, like, people are struggling just to put food on their table right now, and you're fucking making videos like this. But kind of like Candace Owens, I feel like that's kind of tone deaf to be telling your chat, right? Most of the people in your chat are probably average people who are just making by, right, living paycheck to paycheck, and you're telling them to pull. Not everybody has the luxury of being able to work from home, pull their kid out of school, and be their fucking homeschool teacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, that's kind of tone deaf. Like, girl, like, not everybody could do that. Not everybody has the fucking capability of being able to stay home and homeschool their fucking kids. Most households, both parents have to work just to survive and pay bills. I'm like one of the fortunate people, in my situation, that everybody else I know, both parents work. Most of them. I only know maybe like one of my other friends that stays home, and I have another friend that works part-time. you know, but like most of my friends work full-time jobs and their husbands work full-time jobs. So to like say that to people, you know, and scare people like that, like, oh, if you keep your kids in public school, they're going to get brainwashed and indoctrinated into, you know, whatever. It's kind of tone deaf, dude. Because I'm like, you know, not everybody has the ability to do that, to keep their children home and homeschool them. I mean, come on, you know, that's like really fucking stupid and irresponsible to say to people, because unfortunately, people like her have a lot of influence. You know, she's got a big following. Her podcast just hit #1 on iTunes, so she's got quite a big following. But I've been listening to her. I think she's fucking crazy, so don't get me wrong. But like I said, I like to listen to, you know, everybody. I've been listening to her podcast for, I don't know, since the Epstein stuff kind of started up again, you know, and Trump was denying that, you know, saying it's a hoax. I've been watching her. I watch like every stream. Sometimes I get lost because I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about, but nevertheless, I listen. And yeah, she's like a little too hard down the conspiracy rabbit hole with this Charlie Kirk thing. But I will agree with her in the sense that the story does not fucking make sense, because supposedly this guy didn't know, right? Supposedly the shooter didn't know Charlie Kirk. So, I mean, didn't know Charlie Kirk. Didn't ever go to the campus before. So how the fuck did he end up knowing where Charlie Kirk was going to be positioned and set? You know what I'm saying? Like, know that the event was going to be held outside, where he was going to be, which roof would be accessible. I feel like he had to have some type of, inside information on it. Oh shit. You know, there had to be some type of inside information. I gotta hide my husband's birthday present. He just, and he's gonna take my car, and it's on my back seat. Hold on. All right, you know what? I gotta fucking try to find a way to get this inside. I'm gonna end this because he's gotta go get a battery for my car. My car is going wacky right now, and I need a new battery. And I don't know how. Oh my god, I forgot to bring these in the house. All right, I'm hiding them under a blanket. Sorry. I'm hiding his birthday gifts. Okay. All right. You know what? Let me end this because I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this in the house. Now, I should have brought it in. I forgot. I totally forgot. Oh, I can't tell you. What if he's listening? No, he's not listening. Nothing crazy. I got him some clothes and sneakers, because otherwise he'll never buy his own. So it's always what I get him. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I think I could sneak it into the garage right now. All right. Anyway, you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out. And again, Tiffany, if you're listening still, I'm sending you prayers for you, and of course David, and the rest of your family as well. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye. I gotta hide because he doesn't know I have a YouTube channel. All right, bye. Oh my god, this thing won't let me. All right.